We would like to ask for your attention one more time as we introduce the emergency evacuation information for today. In the case of a fire or emergency, please follow the instructions on screen. Please follow the red arrows if you are seated on the first floor. Please follow the blue arrows if you are seated on the second or third floor. In the case of an evacuation, please do not run and do not push each other. Follow the emergency staff's instructions and calmly move towards the exit. Thank you.
네, 비상시 대피 동선 안내해 드립니다. 화재나 비상시에 대한 대피 동선은 1층 관람객 여러분께서는 붉은색 화살표 방향으로, 2층과 3층에 계신 관람객께서는 파란색 화살표 방향으로 대피해 주시길 바랍니다. 비상대피 시에는 뛰거나 다른 관람객을 밀치는 행동을 하지 마시고 진행 요원의 안내에 따라 비상구로 향해 주시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
I opened all the tabs in the right order, like RP2, RP1, blah blah, here all the blinds, and then we end with AL1 and AU2. You can do something. No. Really? Why?
Maybe 5 minutes before we went on that, they told us there was 40 seconds. So all the camera stuff set up to all our sheets. So, you know, literally.
It wasn't really. Yeah, you said 1 minute. There's some paperwork there. You didn't say anything on stream. It was not like.
No, we had nothing. So I was talking to our guys. And I just don't know. Did you know there were 4 or 2? Like, no, it's 2. It's not. It's not.
Hello and welcome to the IFSC World Championships in Seoul, South Korea. It is time for the first of our 2 paraclimbing finals, and what an evening, or day I should say, this is setting up to be. My name is Matt Groom and I'm joined by experienced commentator and para-athlete Sebastian Debka in the commentary box. Sebastian, hello, how are you doing? And I'm so sorry you didn't make finals.
Hi Matt, yes, I didn't make finals, but so nice to be here in Korea. And yeah, when we look at the wall, at the routes, I think we have got really exciting climbing coming up today.
Yes, it is indeed. And we can see some of the Our athletes, some will be competing tomorrow, some didn't make it through to this stage, but everyone is supporting. And Sebastian, obviously we've got a couple of minutes here before we get going, but just tell us, the paraclimbing finals have been split this time, which is quite good because we get to focus a little bit more.
Exactly. Also, qualifications were split over 2 days due to the space that was available on the wall. So we had 4 lines on the first day, and yeah, we had more than 200 registrations for this World Championships, and in order to make it available for everyone to climb 2 routes, 2 days were needed. And same for the finals here. This time we have like just 2 final routes on the wall, so the route setters got more space, and then didn't need to put like 3 or 4 final routes on this wall. And yeah, so we see how it turns out.
Exactly that, my friend. And we just saw those 2 routes that are up. We've got various different categories going on there. And just to whet your appetite if you're watching at home, we have a dyno for one of the visually impaired categories. Right, Sebastian, this moment you've been part of many, many times, of course, the route reading. Tell us what kind of things as an athlete you're looking out for.
6 minutes observation time. The athletes are in isolation before and during the climb of the competitors, so that everyone is on his own and not any information given by the other climbers. But those 6 minutes of observation, you have to see the route, identify the critical parts, route read it through and through over again. And yeah, it takes some practice to get into it, to be honest. In the very beginning, when I was doing it for the very first time, I was going off stage and I could not remember anything about the route. Maybe just, yeah, my color was this, and it goes first to the right and then left and then right again.
Well,
But
we can see the athletes air climbing, and the reason there are 2 athletes there is that sight guide and visually impaired timer, because the sight guide needs to know as much as the athlete, don't they?
Exactly. The sight guide has a radio and can feed information to the athlete on where to go. And seeing that we have here so many athletes and 2 different routes, we can expect very different solutions for those routes and how to climb it.
Exactly. All right. Well, there are our athletes waving. Johnny's going to be joining me in the commentary box tomorrow. You can see him down at the front waving. And yeah, tell me about the atmosphere between para climbers themselves. Like, are you competitive with each other? Is there a bit of elbows out when you get onto the wall, or is it all fun and games out there?
It's both, I would say. But I would say the fun part and let's do this together is bigger. It's definitely bigger. Sometimes you do the route reading together. You discuss what you've seen there and how to solve it. And for sure there are friendships across countries and teams, and
a few rivalries, I'm sure, along the way.
Also, sure.
All right, well, we're introducing our first category of athletes. And Sebastian, tell us about this, the RP class, right?
Right, we have now men RP1, men RP2, and women RP1 being presented here for the public. So RP means limited range power. That means we have got impairment types of neurological impairments, physiological impairments. For example, ataxia, atetosis, MS, and we see here RP1 and RP2. Low number means more severe impairment. We have numbers 1, 2, and 3, and they all climb on those routes, and everyone has his very own technique and solution. And yeah, so our athletes now leave the stage.
Yeah, and there are some big names in this athlete category. We heard Benjamin Mayforth being introduced there. He's recently climbed his hardest ever outdoor route, 70 plus he sent, and we'll be chatting more about him in a minute. And in terms of what they have to deal with on the wall, Sebastian, you know, with that impairment, what are the difficulties?
First of all, it depends. It depends if you have a neurological impairment, for example, if you have limited power, or if it's, for example, limited coordination. If it's just affecting one side of a body, just all limbs, or just 1 or 2. So everyone has his very own methodology of compensating this impairment. and keep climbing.
Keep climbing, exactly that. Well, let's have a look at some of our starting lists here in the women's RP1 lead final. Three USA athletes, Netherlands, of course, Eva Mol. I always say Eva, it's Eva Mol. Doing really, really well, as we'd expect her to do. Men's RP2, similar. That's Benjamin Mayforth I was talking about, but keep an eye on Manikandan Kumar as well. And while we're talking about him, actually, Sebastian, we took him for barbecue the other day. That is, you can watch that at the World Climbing Club, day one of the World Climbing Club. And we didn't give him food poisoning, so that's good. I was genuinely worried for a while. Alois Potrier down in six athletes in this category. And Sebastian, just explain that a little bit. Why do some categories have 4 and some 6?
It depends on how big the start class is. We have, if it's more than 15 athletes in a sport class, we have 6 in finals, below it's just 4, and I think in theory if it's more than 24 we would have 8, but we didn't reach this number yet. But we have sport classes who have around 20 participants, such as RP1 and AL2, and those are usually just the biggest ones. So those sport classes you see have 6 finalists. Sometimes you have ties, that means 2, for example, 6th places, that can then even lead to the fact that there are 7 climbing in finals.
There we go. So it does change between the categories. Right, this is our belay team, sponsored by Trango, who are providing all of the ropes that you can see, all of the equipment, the harnesses, the gloves, and they also sponsor not only para-athletes, but a belaying team as well. So shout out to Trango Climbing for really getting behind the sport. And there is some of our coaches preparing themselves. And Sebastian, we're minutes away. I'm quite excited here.
Oh yes. When I see the routes, I would say like this is, they tried something new, combining more styles, different styles into those World Championship fun routes. And if there's a place to do it, to try to push the limits, it's here.
Exactly that, and we should shout out the route setters because setting for any competition is tough. Setting for a para competition particularly so, because you have to set routes that work for multiple categories and multiple impairments as well. It's a really tough task to do that.
Exactly. It must be fair for everyone, so no matter, for example, if your right half of the body or the left one is affected, if it's a limited range of motion, or if it's just a coordination issue, the route must be possible for everyone, even just be campusable for our AL1. So there's a lot of tryouts for the route setters, but we can ask later because we will have one of them on the live stream.
Exactly that, yeah. We're having some of our team coming on. We can see our belayer here just organising the belays, the carabiners and the ropes.
We see there 2 ropes going up, so for safety reasons it's on top rope. Our first 2 competitors now on the wall.
Yeah, so Jackie Stewart comes on from the USA. She will be one of the first to climb. And then Philip Projek from Germany, your teammate, Sebastian. Tell me a little bit about Philip, can you?
Yeah, Philip had a car accident a few years ago and was hit by another car exactly into his side of the door where he was sitting. Barely survived and made his way back on the wall, and he's climbing now in the RP2 sport class because he has on the side where he was hit by the car severe nerve injuries in his arm, which give him less capabilities of controlling it.
Well, we're sticking with Jackie Stewart at the moment as she begins her journey up this very, very steep lead wall. If you stand underneath it, you look upwards, the lights, you cannot see them at the top of the wall. This thing is a bit of a beast. Not the steepest in terms of that middle section. We've had steeper for the IFSC, but it's long, so endurance is going to be key here. And you can see she's trying to rest.
That's a nice camera position from up there. See how steep it is. You see the angle of the hair and the chalk back. The upper rope hanging to the back. So 2 top ropes here to prevent ground fault in the early part of the route.
Yes, exactly. That top rope system designed specifically for our para-athletes. There is Philip Projek underway as well.
So both now in the steepest part, the midsection, the roof section of this wall. The route gets demanding and powerful there. And Jackie hesitating a bit there, crossing over to the left. Barely reaching it, cutting loose, getting back on it. Yes, come on.
Yeah, she's doing well at the moment. She traverses from right to left, but now a little bit of reverse. She's trying to get something back. Jackie Stewart in trouble now. Philip Horjek, meanwhile, brings up a right foot. It's all action. Philip higher up. It's a bit of a strange angle, that one. But it's kind of horizontal, if you can imagine that.
Yes, come on, Philip. Now he's reaching over to the section easily for him.
Yeah, so Philip doing well at the moment. Jackie Stewart a bit lower. She's gone back and forth a few times.
Now trying to get the roll. Oh, we lose her there. That's the section where it got even more overhanging by those big bulgy volumes which pushed her to the back end. She was already quite pumped there. Meanwhile, Philip resting on the right. Getting some more chalk on his hands. Thinking on where to move next.
Yeah, Philip goes through the red horizontal volume sections. Up with the left hand into the pinch here. Brings the right foot just underneath, standing on a crimp. Upgrades that right foot. Philip doing well as he hits what is going to be the head wall in a minute, Sebastian. What a performance from him.
Oh, yes. Now, with his hands closed before the head wall. Come on, Philip. Sorting the feet.
Yeah, so Philip drops onto that left hand at the moment, comes up with the right. He's going to transition at the moment, but the arms are starting to shake here. Up he comes, and you can see that from a while back coming, but it was a strong. We don't know, do we? Let's be honest if that was good or bad, but I think that was pretty strong from Philip.
Definitely, definitely. The route setters said to me, we have some very demanding part here. The exit of the overhanging part on the right is quite technical. And we have on the right side what Phil was climbing. Actually, it's a 7B plus. So just to give you an idea of how hard this actually is. Now Phil walking off stage. Here we see the replay of his last moves.
Yeah, this was him right on the change in angle on the head wall pretty much. Went up, you can see the power sap from his arms. Couldn't quite make that move, but a strong performance from him on the right-hand side. Okay, next through, come through. Hannah Zook from the USA is underway. And you can see, Sebastian, that right hand particularly very, very difficult to grip the holds.
Definitely, definitely. The left route is, until the end of the route, it's about 60 plus, while the head wall then makes it a 7A plus. So it's a bit easier for the more severe impaired sport classes on the left in comparison to the route on the right.
And this is the man we didn't give food poisoning to. Manikandan Kumar is getting tied on. Listen, he has been to, I didn't realise this, 14 seasons, unsupported as well. He comes to these World Cups off his own back, so experienced, and so good to have him here in a World Championship final once more.
Definitely, Manikandan was part of the very first IFSC World Championship of Paraclimbing in Arco 2011, where it all started with just 30-something registrations at this event, where paraclimbing was actually born on the IFSC stage, and he's still part of it. Yeah, so Manikandan, always nice to see him here, now starting off his route on the right-hand side.
Yeah, Manikandan had polio, and it has affected his movement and many other things as well.
Yeah, one of his legs, the right one, is just barely in his control. You would see it, he would swing it around, and he has some quite interesting techniques to compensate this. And but still very, very strong on the way. Imagine 7B plus what he has to climb there. You see the...
And Hannah Zook is on some pretty nasty pinches here. There's a little less texture on those than you would like.
It gets really, really steep there. It's already overhanging, and then you have got those two volumes make it almost horizontal for her. Now crossing over to the next one. Come on.
She's looking good and climbing with some real fluidity out there on the wall at the moment.
Now it's demanding some really committing moves here. Getting the feet up. Wow.
Well, it's a good shot of that left hand. Manikandan, meanwhile, is approaching his traverse, where there's a little bit of a pop needed.
So you see Manikandan now approaching the section where the roots are tied a bit a committing section.
Oh, Hannah Zook burns out eventually on the left, but what a storming run from her. I think that's going to leave her in second place with that one.
Yes, definitely, and I think she can be very happy with her performance. It was strong performance there. So Mani,
Mani with a wild dyno, wow! That was full commitment with that one as he launches in here.
That will be very interesting to see for the visually impaired climbers who will follow afterwards.
Yeah.
Come on, Mani.
Yeah, and it is so he is through.
Yeah, Mani's impairment influences his right leg mainly, as you see. So he's really a lot more on his left one, but Mani are always here trying to get more to the left, choking up.
All right, well, after that giant jump, we've taken a moment to breathe here ourselves. That was awesome from him, but he's got to keep it together. Don't put your foot on that bolt hold. Swings over onto the crimp.
Now taking a little rest to chalk up, to look. Let's see if he can exit the overhanging part of the route into the head wall. Come on, Mani.
Yeah, these are the techniques you were talking about. A big split drop knee position here.
Wow. Decides to go back down, doesn't really know how to place his feet, get to chalk up. Trying to get a bit of rest, but it costs some energy as well. So commitment needed here, definitely. That looks really, really challenging there. Okay, trying to get the rope out of the way, also very important. Now, come on, Mani.
Oh, he falls.
Yeah. Rootsetter said, especially leaving the roof requires some really commitment, and it's really technical there. There we saw the replay of his dyno. Nice, Mani.
Well,
crossing over.
Yeah, this is the cross, isn't it?
Solved in a nice way, but then the difficulty is to get the position of the feet right to go up there. Also, hitting that hole dynamically with insecure feet. I'm not too sure.
Big move, isn't it? Right, Doris Rona comes on from Switzerland.
Yes, Doris has MS, by the way, so multiple sclerosis, which affects all of her body. So less coordination and strength in all of her legs and arms, but still she's able to perform on a very, very high level. So Doris from Switzerland, which shows now what's possible on the 6C plus on the left.
Let's talk about Benjamin Mayforth for a second here. He just sent his hardest ever outdoor route, 7C plus, and he's going for 8A. He's, by his own admission, very, very strong at the moment. I think he's the one to beat in this category.
Yes, there is. I mean, there's still one more to come from Team USA after him, who qualified better in qualifications, but we'll see.
Well, Ben takes a deep breath. He likes to pump himself up, and there we go. That is the hype before the climb here as he approaches the wall. Ben can be quite tough on himself, especially if he makes a mistake. I watched him actually, Sebastian, during the simulation training after the Salt Lake competition. He fell on the wall during training.
Yes.
He was so angry. I thought he'd made a mistake. It turns out he was just angry because he knew he could have won the finals, but he didn't make it.
Oh.
He's one of those, personalities.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think afterwards, trying competition routes can be very interesting, and you can learn a lot from it. But maybe sometimes if the result means, oh, you just failed.
Yeah, it can be hard to swallow, can't it? Well, he is climbing strongly at the moment. Keep an eye on Doris Rona as well as she begins this traverse section.
Both now transferring from the just starting part of the wall, which is slightly overhanging, to the more really committing overhanging part of the wall.
I like the word committing, Sebastian. You are correct with that. It suddenly kicks up, and you look up, and there's no end in sight. You just have to believe at some point the wall will finish, but it's no easy task, that one.
Exactly. And there's no real option to rest on the wall, so the only option you have is just to continue.
Very good point. Right, so, Ben is about to do this dyno, and after Manny's launch, I'm excited for this.
But interestingly, our first starter, Philip Rozak, he solved it statically, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he is taller. Benjamin, I don't think, would have the stretch on it.
I think the way you place your feet on the law of volume and the depending on how far you move the center of your gravity, the center of gravity to the right, you might get a good position on doing it statically.
All right, well, he crosses. He's trying to cross in underneath to try and what is a jib underneath that red volume.
So Benjamin here going back, chalking up. It looks to me that he's not really sure yet on how to do it. Still thinking.
Well, off camera, Benjamin spirals out of shot. He falls on that dyno.
But he was trying to launch with his left hand in some kind of crossover move, but that was too short, sadly.
Well, Benjamin is not happy as he's lowered back down to the ground. We're going to stick with Doris Rona, though, for the time being here.
Come on, Doris. Now it's really steep and overhanging there. Cutting loose, looking up, staying on the wall. Come on. And we lose Doris there.
Doris goes as well. All action there. Yeah, so I don't know if we will get a replay of Benjamin. We did miss it on camera, but as Sebastian was saying, it was a miss on the cross. And instead of popping with the right, he went for a crossover with the left, right? Or with the other way around?
He did. Yeah,
yes.
He did. So I think if he would have matched with both hands on the right hold, he could have better. But let's take a look at Doris here. She moved up to the big volume.
She lost the left foot, didn't she, for a sec there?
Yes, but brought it back on the wall. And the thing is then, hanging on the big holds on the volume, she lost both feet and was not able to recover from that. She was trying to get back. But, yeah. Sadly, that's it for her. But as Doris has MS and very, let's say, limited capability of controlling her lower body, just bringing the feet back to the wall without any swing might get very, very hard. That's why she tried to get back down in order to bring her body closer to the wall and trying to create some momentum for the feet, but it was not possible for her.
Yeah, it's a really good spot, that, Sebastian, because you're right. If you can't generate some momentum when you're hanging off, you're stuck in midair.
You're hanging.
Yeah.
And nothing more than that.
Okay, Melissa Ruiz. Oh, no, not Melissa Ruiz. Eva Moll, sorry. Eva Moll is on for women's RP1, and then for men, we've got Braden Butler. Now, for Braden, let's say that Benjamin might have been one of the favourites here. He's just fallen early. Braden has a real chance.
Yes, Benjamin, actually, that's so far, sadly, the lowest.
Yeah, true.
So,
does that mean Philip is in the #1 spot? Guaranteed a silver? I think he might be. I'm pretty sure he might be. You have a check of that, because I think he fell right below the head wall.
Yes, but Manny and him, they both fell pretty much at the same spot.
Okay,
let's verify with what the judges were saying.
No, it is Mandy Candon.
It's Mandy Candon. He got the plus in comparison to Philip, who was not going to. It was the same position, basically. Yeah. Leaving the overhang partly to the head wall, which caused big problem for both. So let's see if Braden Butler, first he has to do the dyno, right?
Yes, exactly. He's got to get through that move, right.
So it's not, for the moment, nothing is decided. So Eva Moll is getting ready. Braden just now touching the wall and starting. Eva Moll also active in para rowing. She, by the way, qualified for the Paralympic Games in Paris 2024, but unfortunately she could not go there. So she's trying now both para rowing, para climbing, and to see which one turns out better for her.
I can see how they sort of complement each other. You know, both sports fairly shouldery.
Definitely, but in rowing you don't need the lower body at all.
That's a good point. All right, well, Braden underway on the right. The clock, by the way, above the athletes, that is the time they have to complete the route. It starts the moment the athletes pull off the ground. So keep an eye on that as well. There's possibilities to get timed out. If that time finishes, the athletes will get their score counted to the moment where the clock ran out. Okay, so Eva Moll works those hands from right to left on that hold as she hits the angle change. Things getting steeper and steeper for her as she progresses.
So Braden now nearing the position where it gets interesting. The dyno. looks like up until there, it looks quite manageable for all of them out of the sport class.
And also, just to add another element to this, Benjamin and Braden, as two teammates, might have read this together. So, if Ben made a mistake, will Braden make the same mistake?
Yeah, good point. Good point, Matt.
Just to make you a little bit more nervous watching at home.
Yeah. The route setters tried to set it in a way that there's no option for a knee bar or something. You can't get a rest. So we'll see. Our athletes will test it for sure, if that's true. So Braden now crossing. Oh!
Eva Moll falls. So just one to go on women's RP1 now. Melissa Ruiz. Braden is on the dyno, so he approaches. What's he going to do? He's got a right. He stretches up. He does it statically as well. It takes the drama out of that move, and it's definitely, if you can do it,
and so the solution is, if you have your left hand on the right handhold, you move a bit to the right, and there it is. And I hope all visually impaired athletes get the right instructions later. What we'll see about it later. Yes. So Braden now chalking up, looking down. He doesn't know yet, but he's already granted the medal position.
Yeah, so he's now in what, provisional bronze?
Yes. So that means Manikandan, Kumar and my teammate Philip Rosek have already guaranteed a medal. Just the color, which is not decided yet.
So they will be nervously watching, as are we. Melissa Ruiz, meanwhile, has come onto the stage. She's getting tied on. We're watching Braden Butler rest here, taking his time. He can see the clock. He knows he's got plenty of time. The athletes are unaware of their own scores at this point, but I think he'll be aware that he can take his time to rest it. And off he goes now. Careful with that heel into the pinches, and Sebastian, this is a forearm sapping section.
Oh, definitely. While the forearms are already, let's say, warmed up, pretty solid.
I like that, warmed up. They're burning out on the stage. All right, he finds very small feet. You've got to be precise here as well.
But he's very smooth and controlled climbing here. We don't see any hectic move. He doesn't look too exhausted. And wow, that's it. Heading onto the move where Manikandan was fading and just continuing at it as if it was easy.
So that will be the gold medal for him. Can he top it out? But we have our first IFSC world champion. And what a moment for this young man as he brings up that right hand. The crowd really getting behind the action here as they watch on.
Come on, Braden, if you can do it. Just show us how it works towards the top. So that's some really intense climbing there.
You know what's amazing is he's getting more precise with his feet the higher up he goes.
Yes,
it's like the pump brain doesn't exist for this man.
Oh,
hello there. But that is a gold medal. He looks, it's confirmed.
Yes. Now he realizes.
And there are friends and family in the audience. He is a world champion. Unbelievable stuff. Well, look, we've got to turn our attention immediately to Melissa Ruiz because she is trying to be a world champion as well. But Braden will celebrate, and he can't believe that. That's lovely to see, isn't it, Sebastian?
Oh, yes. His teammate, Melissa Ruiz.
Oh, my God, thank you.
Now, coming to the part which is really overhanging.
Big,
by the way,
bouncy move, this.
We did mention it, but Eva Moll put a new high point on this route. Just one arm hanging, random, shaking the hand. Melissa Ruiz, our campus machine. Come on.
Well, look at this from Melissa, hanging off just that right hand.
She said to me, sometimes it's easier for her to just hang there and chalk up and shake out instead of placing the feet and then resting, because if she places her feet, she gets some weight off it, but if it's too complex to place them, you don't benefit from it. So this is a really intense, very powerful climbing style we see here.
Well, she's matching on not a very good pocket here.
Reaching over to the big one.
Not involving the pinky or the thumb, so she's three finger dragging on that hold.
Crossing through.
falls. Right, Sebastian, where does that leave us? So we are updating the results. She's celebrating. We will show you a results table at the end of this, we hope. But to us, Eva Mole has taken it. We think, no, it hasn't been updated yet, so we're waiting.
We're still waiting for the judges to confirm.
We will let you know when we know.
So it's either her or Eva taking the gold medal.
And we're watching a replay here of Braden. This was how he took his first, or the World Championship title for men's RP2. And that was the fall at the very top. But wow, what a moment for him.
Oh, he realized quite quickly.
I think his teammates were shouting up at him about it.
Oh, yes.
Well, we're still... Oh, well, according to our score, Melissa Ruiz is the world champion.
It's confirmed. Congratulations, Melissa. Very strong performance on this route. On the left.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Well, she will lead the stage. A champion of the world, remember, here in Seoul. And I think we're going to try to get a leaderboard, if we can. I'm not sure we can for that.
So now on stage, Luke Jamieson. We have now the next sport class on the stage, men's RP1. So limited range power, the most severe grade of impairment in this sport class. My sport class, by the way. Now on the world first starter, Luke Jamieson, first out of 6.
Yeah,
now we can just follow one route. The second route is empty for the moment.
Yes, so men's RP1. So different from men's RP2, obviously.
Yes.
How different, Sebastian?
More severe impaired, mostly all 4 limbs are affected in some way, and that means we see more severe impairment, harder fights. The route is the easier one, the one on the left, about 6B plus until the end of the overhang, and that's normally the difficulty they have in a final. So we have 6 coming up here, so it's not really predefined who will be on the podium. The one who qualified best will start at the last position. So Luke Jamieson qualified in 6th position for this final, starting first here.
So Luke, up he comes. Careful with the feet down low. The holds are pretty good through here, but the rising traverse and that crossover, the constant crossover, can burn your shoulders and lats out.
Definitely. You also need to read the route in the right way and not mix up hands hold and foot holds. And for sure, there's not much time to, let's say, like try things out, go back, have a different approach, because you lose energy while doing that, which you could have needed further up.
Yeah, all right, well, he's on the pinches. We've seen athletes do this in a variety of different ways.
So Luke powering through. Still confident, resting there in this pretty steep overhanging part, crossing through over to the right end. Now going around the corner. Short moment, both feet off the wall, but quickly back on. And he's climbing very quick and committed style.
Looked like he was trying to find a knee bar for a second there underneath. Yeah. There might be one to be had, but he falls. Okay, well, Luke Jamieson sets the bar for men's RP1. We'll have to wait and see where that stands. Yeah, it looked like, I think he was getting pumped. He tried to perhaps find a knee bar, or maybe it was just trying to find a different sequence through that section.
But he was climbing as fast as possible in those sections because he knew forearms were burning and every second. So that's 30 plus according to our judges. And now our next climbers will show if that was a strong performance or not. Well, it was strong anyway, but in comparison to the others.
All right, well, there is Team GB out in force as they spot themselves on the big screen. Team Japan behind as well. Okay, next up, Takuya Okada comes onto the stage representing Japan, and we know how strong that Japanese team is.
Oh, yes. Being tied, from the moment being tied into the rope, you have 40 seconds to start. So it's your decision if you want to take a look on the wall. Oh, he's decided to put some liquid chalk on.
Yeah, so last minute liquid chalking, so he'll let that dry. It doesn't take very long to dry. But he has only got 9 seconds technically on the belay clock, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen if it doesn't dry in time. He will get chivied forward.
But that clock's unrelated. So.
Oh, he's just taking it down. Well, you say that, so I think technically there is a time.
It's 40 seconds.
40 seconds,
yes,
yeah.
From the moment you get tied in.
Yeah. You can't get disqualified, but they will definitely try to get you climbing.
You will get a note from the belayers for sure.
So, Sebastian, can we just ask you just to step outside of the commentary box? Be careful with your headset as you take it off here. But we're going to bring out our new world champion into the commentary box here, who's going to be joining us. So, Braden, you settle yourself down next to me. Braden, you've come from the wall straight to the commentary box. Congratulations, sir. You are a world champion. How do you feel?
Man, Matt, thank you, dude. I'm feeling... I was just talking to Richard about this. I'm feeling like super, super blessed, first of all, to have the opportunity to be out here and compete alongside some really, really strong guys who, you know, I've been able to come up with through paraclimbing, you know. And so, first of all, I'm really blessed to have that. But I'm feeling personally a sense of relief almost because I've been training really hard. And the conditions didn't feel perfect going into qualies, nor this competition for me. I felt not ideal, but was able to kind of pull it together for today. And I'm really happy I was able to come out there and perform the way I did. I'm ecstatic right now. I'm so psyched, and just I'm honestly still kind of in disbelief almost.
I could see that, and we're going to keep talking. Just stay with me here, because Takira at the moment is just coming on this traverse section. He's looking a little bit shaky as he brings that right foot up.
Yeah, man, I've had some time to climb with Takira Okada a little bit at other World Cups in Innsbruck and Salt Lake, and he's a climber who's definitely, you know, similar to some of the elite climbers like Jesse, where you might see, you know, they're getting pumped or they might fall, but they're really good at recovering on the wall. So he's great at kind of pulling it together and continuing. You can see he's getting these micro shakes right here.
Yeah, those little flicks with the hand to try to get the pump out. We'll return to your World Championship in a sec, Braden. Let's just watch this. I think this is quite an important moment here.
Wow.
Lots of body tension needed.
Yeah, lots of body tension. And a lot of things with RP1 is it's this thing called spasticity. Oh, come on, Takoya. Come on. Come on. Yeah, so the muscle gets fatigued and starts to shake. I kind of had that with my left leg if you watch me climb sometimes. So he might be able to work through it, you know, and he's looking composed now that he's on a good hold. So it's looking good for him right now, but come on, Takoya.
Yeah, dishes to come, and they're worse than they look.
Definitely worse. This wall is 35, feels a little more like 40 degrees. So,
and it goes on a long way, this middle section as well.
It's quite long. It's very, very sustained. Come on, Takoya. Oh, wow.
Nearly missed it. Manages to get that right hand in, and you can see starting to battle here with the sequence.
He's going to have to find a rest, it looks like. Come on. Wow. I'll already tell you, he's pushed through a lot farther than we anticipated.
Yeah, I thought he was looking a bit dodgy earlier on, but he's managed to recover. But this is hard as he twists right. He could be in trouble. Stretches just about.
Oh, my goodness.
That was right on the edge.
Wow. Wow. He is pushing through this pump. This is insane.
Well, he will be able to rest here a little bit and get something back.
Just needs to slow down. There he goes. That's huge. It's one thing I've had to learn is slowing down on the wall and realizing when you're pumped and taking that rest. Man, he is killing it right now.
All right, so he shakes here. Braden, to remind people who are just joining, newly crowned our world champion. We're going to talk to him more about this in a second, but this man on your screen has 2 minutes 47 seconds left on the clock.
It looks like he's approaching the head wall, got a couple more moves. He's really going to have to push through right here. Oh, looking a little hesitant. What a high climbing IQ move right there to come down a little bit. Oh,
missed that heel hook,
getting a little desperate.
Yeah, he is. I think that heel hook might have worked if you're a bit fresher, perhaps.
Yeah, fresher, and then also, like, again, with RP1 and spasticity, it gets worse as you get more tired. So maybe, you know, when he's less exhausted physically, it would have worked. But right now, he's definitely fighting. He needs to come back down and try and get what he can back.
He's trying it again, you know. Wow. Can he be accurate? Wow. He is more accurate.
Wow. Oh.
I think that's a huge ask.
I think that's huge. If only he saw the jib right underneath right there, he could get a little thumb catch. He's going to have to commit. Oh, what a good push by Takoya Okada.
Right, Braden, I know you want to go celebrate your teammate, so last word here. There was a wonderful moment where you looked down at the crowd, you started pumping your own heart.
Yeah, man.
How did you know you were the world champion? Did someone tell you?
Dude, so I'm 19 now, so still pretty young, but I've been traveling to a lot of these World Cups by myself. So I never really know, but my parents were actually, I'm blessed enough to have them join me. So they were sitting in the front row, and then I was kind of talking to them at coffee this morning, telling them what my goal was, and they knew it was to walk away with a gold medal. So I looked down at them, and I saw them standing up just cheering, man. And so you got my mom, she's from Alabama in the South, so she's real loud, real excited. So I knew once she stood up, my dad's holding up the one, they're out of their chairs, I knew that did it. And I could also I could feel it, you know. I've climbed long enough with a lot of these guys that we know each other's styles, and we know what each of us excels at. And so I knew if I made it to like a general range, hitting the head wall, like a couple moves past, it would be a solid performance. But as I was kind of able to barely stick the Gaston shoulder move, is when I kind of knew, I think, and just wanted to keep fighting, you know. So yeah, I looked down, I saw it, and instinct with hands went up, and then the psych took over.
Amazing. Well, it was a wonderful moment. Thank you for giving that beautiful moment on the wall. And mate, massive congratulations.
Matt, thank you, man. Hopefully more to come. Thank you for bringing me in.
I'll see you later. I'm just going to you stay there a sec. There we go. All right, well, thank you to Braden. We're going to bring back Sebastian into the commentary box as we have Kim Richard on screen now. So he will transition from wheelchair to stage. And yeah, what a lovely moment. I love hearing directly from the athletes when they come off the wall and they're still sort of breathing heavy, you know.
I mean, he already took the harness off.
Yeah, but that's right, he was still panting. And as he was talking to me, I could hear and see the emotion in his face, you know, some tears in his eyes. It was really lovely to see.
Sometimes we have people with even off-mature back sitting in the commentary box.
Yeah, it's a new thing we're trying. We like it here anyway.
Oh, yes, oh, yes.
Okay, so Kim gets the thumbs up. He's about to go.
Kim had a motorcycle accident, by the way. And that's the reason why he has very limited control over his lower body, but also his arms are affected.
You can see that left leg especially being affected. You know, it's really not being... You can't use... Well, he can't use it like that as he picks it up. Oh, my goodness, mate.
That's what compensation technique can look like.
That's ridiculous, because not only do you have to lock off your right arm to do that, you know, it's the act. I don't know what to say. And he's doing it again. Look, little adjustment needed there. Wow, that's amazing to see. Okay, fighting hard here down low. He's got to be precise, though, with the hands especially.
Yeah, we'll see. Kim is our third starter in this route. Now, going into the traverse to the left. That's really overhanging there. Still making good progress. Concept move. Oh, hesitating, not getting it on the first try, but second was right.
I mean, traverse is especially very hard to do for his impairment. But he's coped with it well and still keeping his feet on the wall. Big move needed, though. Up to a good jug, but he cuts loose and flicks that right foot back onto the wall. Getting lots of support from Team Norway here. Team Norway aren't in the able-bodied competition, but they are representing the power side of things.
Come on, Kim. So... we have him definitely in provisionally second at the moment already. Oh, catching the swing easily, chucking up again.
That chalk bag, perhaps not in the best position. It's very low, so you kind of sort of stretch down to it. You can see him fiddling with it.
Yeah, we have some of the RP1. We'll see one later. Even use two chalk bags
on either side.
Yes, in order because they could not put their hand that far on the back.
Huh. I'm going to start using that. Sounds like a good idea.
Yes, definitely. So Kim now looking like launch for a big hot. Come on, stay on it.
I'm amazed he managed to save that. Thank goodness there was a jug beneath him, because he did drop onto it. But yeah.
Yeah, but that's also a really controlled technique climbing, because he saw like, okay, it's not working. Okay, go back to the safe spot. Now setting off for the second and trying statically. It's working. Yes. Solid one down. Oh!
He falls, head in his hands. I don't know if he's frustrated or happy with that one.
I think he was hoping to get some friction out of this volcano-shaped hole. Where is no friction, actually. It's just, you can just use it as a pinch in the middle. I can only fit in one hand there this way.
Yeah, he does seem more disappointed than anything else with that.
So we see a replay here of Kim. This is the very early part of the traverse where he missed the first move on going further to the left, but hitting it on a second one.
Yeah, I hope we see a replay of the save he managed to do midway through that thing, because he launched up, had to rethink and drop back down.
So Kim is in provisional first position at the moment with 38 plus.
Representing France.
So
Tim
close
Galta.
to the medal position. We have 3 climbers left. If just one of them is not getting higher than Kim, he's already guaranteed a medal position. But we'll see. We have strong climbers to come. 2 from Team France, 1 from Team Germany.
Yeah, this is Tim Galt from France, who is rereading the route back to the audience that have filled the bottom half of this wonderful stadium here in Seoul in the Olympic Park.
So Tim just started with IFC paraclimbing last year. 3 World Cups so far, 1 8th and 2 times the 5th position. So we see he qualified in 3rd position. Let's see how he does on this route. So launching now in this easy section, easy beginning.
Yeah, it's not too bad down low. You've just got to save, not over grip through here, but you're right, Sebastian. It is a fairly simple start, this.
And it's very important to get safe off the ground, find your rhythm, not getting too much stress in the very beginning. Because it will get stressful anyway later on, higher up on the wall.
Yeah, exactly that. The higher you get, the steeper it gets, the more demanding it gets, and that's when you've really got to control that heart rate.
Our route setters try to build the routes in a progressive way. That means the higher you get, the harder a route will be, in order to get a good separation for the ranking.
It's been some interesting routes. Hard enough for the climbers, which is good, and as we said before, very difficult for them to judge, because they have to set the same route for multiple disciplines, multiple impairments.
Exactly.
But he's into what is the lower crux here. These 2 pinches, not a great amount of friction. You've got to stretch up high, and he does that well.
And you see, Tim is one of our climbers who, as I mentioned before, used 2 chalk bags.
He's a double chalk bagger.
Yes,
he is as
there
well.
you see it. There you see it. I mean, we have seen chalk bags dropping, right?
Yeah, we have.
This is the solution.
It's true. We should tell
just have a backpack.
Yanya dropped one once upon a time, didn't she?
Yes.
She still won the competition, but...
Oh!
That was a bit of an aggressive pop to the right. The feet slipped away from underneath him, and I think he might have just wanted to take a bit of venom out of that move.
Yeah. It looked to me like he was already pumped, and that's the reason why this was, let's say, not 100% controlled. But yeah, we'll see what the judges say about this performance, but that already puts Kim for sure in a provisional medal position. So Tim got 28 plus, which is at the moment 4th place out of 4 climbers who climbed already. So sadly, out of the medal positions, guaranteed.
Well, this was the launch right. The feet slipped away, as you can see. They went left foot, not really on anything, but
his right hand also didn't hit the target hold. If he would have hit it, I think he could have had a chance to hold it and get the feet back on the wall. But well, that's the risk with those dynamic moves.
yeah, exactly. It's a bit of a pop. It's a bit of a go-y move, and he struggled with that one. Okay. Next athlete coming through, another one of yours, Mr. Sebastian, sir. Tell me a little about Corbinian, about Frank.
Corbinian Frank is RP1. My teammate Corbinian was slipped on ice years ago and was rolled over by a car.
Yes, this is the most savage story in paraclimbing, or one of.
Yeah,
I think whenever you tell me this, I just think the combination of bad luck with that.
Exactly, and it can happen to anyone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we look in Europe, I have a bit of statistics. So Corbinian now approaching the stage. He has severe coordination problems and in all 4 limbs.
And this is someone you spent a lot of time with. Tell me a little bit about this man's personality. Yes, we can hear his personality there.
Yeah, Corbinian, he's a very, very strong guy. He's one of those examples where I always say, like, no matter what happened to them, they just move on. And they're happy, right? So
He's using Anamondra breathing there. Did you hear that?
Yes.
The sort of the pumping yourself up
so
thing.
microphone's quite close to the wall, right?
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear a lot of kicking on the wall. There are, as you say, microphones situated on and behind the wall, allowing us to sort of get a real...
So
what's it,
Corbinian-
4D of, you know,
4D climbing.
immersive.
Yeah, Corbinian, by the way, also uses the double chalk back technique because it's he doesn't have the flexibility to get both hands quickly into a centered chalk back position.
We need to call it DCT. The DCT technique, double chalk bag technique. Yeah,
Okay.
DCT. There we go. We've coined a phrase, Sebastian. We've done this before, haven't we?
DCT, yes.
DCT.
Yeah, so Corbinian just come a long way, and he's already climbing for many, many years, many medals, and lots of experience with IFSC power climbing. And yeah, we'll see how he can deal with this. Qualified in second place.
Very precise with these moves with the hands here. He's taken his time.
Yes, but that's also due to his impairment. You will see him also a bit shaky on some moves with his hands. It's due to his impairment. He has
That's different beta there. He didn't use the left hand
No,
pinch.
he just moved on.
Yeah, he matched what is quite a nasty hold, requiring a lot of body tension to do that.
Yes, it does. It does. The route is campusable, according to our route setters, because our AL1 climbers will also later on move
Well,
this.
we have something coming in the next couple of days with that, because I had a go at it.
Okay.
So we'll talk more about that in a minute. But yes, it is campusable, and it's a bit full on. But anyway, let's stick with Corbinian here. Corbinian, sorry.
So come on, Corbinian, trying the crossover. Yes, reaching it. Now repositioning and going further on to the right.
Yeah, this is the first time he's really hesitated on this. Bumps the right hand. He's very stretched out on this move. You've got to try to drag that left arm back and hit the hold, which he does.
So Corbinian nearing the podium positions, if I remember correctly. He doesn't know yet. Losing some chalk there, but he has plenty of it in his chalk back.
2 lots. And he's got something else hanging off the back as well. I don't know what that is. Right in the middle.
Yes,
Anyway.
exactly. I don't know what it is. Perhaps we get a closer look on the camera.
I was going to say you have to be very accurate with that right hand into this volcano style.
So this
dish.
was the move where Kim was falling off. Corbinian's matching it. And yes, that means Corbinian is now in first position.
First and guaranteed at least silver, with only Alois Potier to come after him.
So Kim could not reach the black pinch on top of the volcano, and we lose Corbinian right after that, but that was a very, very strong performance.
But he's happy with it, and he should be, because that is a guaranteed silver and a potential gold here as he moves into first place with that climb.
We just have one climber left, Alois Potier from Team France, who's known for a super strong performance.
Yeah, he's
But
got to
for
be the
moment,
favourite, hasn't he?
Yes, he is. Qualified best a few days ago, but Corbinian delivered a very solid and strong performance here on this route.
Yeah, it was good work there. All right, well, let's see this again. This is him getting crossed up in the middle. This was the only moment he really hesitated, actually, this stretched out move. And then the big throw up. This is the sequence that got him the original gold medal.
Yeah, this section is so powerful, and you're already so pumped there. So that was a strong performance. Alois Potier now being tied into the rope.
So once again, on the biggest of stages, he has the potential for a gold medal here. We can hear Alois from the French crowd here, his teammates.
So looking into the results, the only positions that Alois ever got in his power climbing career was the first or the second place.
I love the fact that there's clearly a cameraman sitting right by the British team, because every time they do that shot, it's just them doing various things, eating, drinking. They've waved a lot. Right, Alois, up he goes. So to get a gold medal, where has he got to be? So we'll have a little look at the results here, because he's got to beat Corbinian.
We need at least 41 or plus to get him in gold medal position. Kim has a 38 plus, so it must be at least the volcano or more to get to the podium.
Yeah, so well, at the very end of this middle section, basically, nearing the head wall, that's where he's got to get to.
So Alois not using the double chop back technique. No DCT here.
No DCT here, indeed. DCT, that's one of my favourite things we've ever done, Sebastian.
Okay.
That one. I like that.
Maybe we should promote it for everybody climbing just as a backup solution, right?
We'll write a dictionary. That's what we'll do. Put these words in there. Well, if you are just joining us to this competition, this is the first broadcast for the IFSC World Championships that's taking place all this week. We've had all of the qualifying days now, apart from the men's speed, that's tomorrow. And throughout the week, we bring you action from paraclimbing, speed, lead, and boulder. And you can watch everything on the World Climbing Club, a free-to-watch show on YouTube. Right, Alois, into the blocked hold. More designed so you can't heel hook, really, than the fingers.
Yes, and Alois, he's reaching around the corner, but deciding to move straight on like Corbinian. Now in a very overhanging position there.
It's a bit difficult to see, isn't it? But he now crosses through. And this is where you need so much shoulder strength through this section.
You're being pushed off the wall by those big blue volumes. And yeah, still looking very strong. Wow, look at that hip flexibility.
Yeah, he read that perfectly. I think he saw that stretch from the ground and executed. Oh, he went for the big stretch and then changed his mind.
Now reaching over with his feet to the right and grabbing, so to say, grabbing with the feet and now chalking up there. Being still looking really relaxed the way he's climbing, right?
He's got things left in the tank here and he's approaching the gold medal spot.
So this is now bronze medal position.
Yeah, he's getting there. That right hand in the volcano, brings the right foot onto a jib, finds the left hand jib.
So that's already the silver medal position.
This is good work as that heel hooks in. I think he might get the gold here. He's sitting on it. He's sitting on the volcano. So cool.
So that's already the gold medal. I was asking the rotators before, can you actually sit on it? And I said, like, yeah, you might get there, but it's not that comfortable.
Oh, the left-hand fire, but it doesn't matter. Alois Pote is your world champion, and he spins in the air, a medalist here, and what a performance from that man.
Congratulations, Alois. That was such a strong performance. And as the rotators predicted, yes, you can use the volcano.
You can sit.
But it's not a really comfortable resting position, as Alois just decided to move on from there.
Wow, well, there we go. And with that, the RP category finishes. And in a couple of seconds, we'll move on to the visually impaired, or B category. We'll get confirmation of the results in a couple of seconds. And we're going to swap Sebastian out for another commentator for a bit. We're going to bring you back, of course, Sebastian, as we look at the visually impaired category. But first of all, we should get... But this was Alois, yeah, so this is the volcano. Now, hopefully we see the sitting move here. I think we're about to see it. Look
oh, yes, this. Yeah, there he was swinging his leg over it. It's no text there, but just switched hands then and moved on, and that's where he lost him. What a strong performance from Alois. I think at that time he didn't realize yet, but shortly after that, this was the gold medal move. Congratulations, Alois.
Well, here are confirmation. Alois with 43 plus takes the gold for men's RP1, followed by a guy Corbinian who gets the silver, and Kim Reichag who gets bronze. To Kira, Luke and Tim after that in our top 6. And then as we go through, Braden Butler, we had him on just now, 44 plus gets him the gold, followed by Manikandan Kumar and Philip Horzek after that in 3rd. Early slip for Ben May, 4th. Perhaps a bit of a mistake leaves him down in 4th outside of the podium. Okay, well, let's just take a little pause ourselves here for a second, and we will return. Oh, no, we're not going to pause. We're going to...
We are expecting now the next athlete presentation.
So Melissa Ruiz wins women's RP1, followed by Eva Mole, who takes a silver medal. Hannah Zook in third. Shout out to Doris Rona, just outside of the podium in fourth, and Jackie Stewart down at the bottom of that category.
So by the way, that was an example for participants, because there were 2 ties, that means in the same position qualified. That's why there were 5 final participants and not just 4. So now we see our visually impaired athletes approaching the stage, being presented towards the crowd.
And tell us, Sebastian, just because you know this so well, in terms of the visually impaired category, the 1, 2 and 3 within that, what are they standing for?
So we have a low number of impairment. Low number means high level of impairment. So our B1 athletes, they can barely see if there's light or night time, and they have actually no vision left. They're climbing blindfold. They have no own visual information on the climb, while our B2 and B3 athletes have vision left, and so their side guide information is then also mixed with what they see on their own. So they have vision left, but it's by far not enough, for example, to get a driver license. B2, for example, just as a rough number of thumb, some of them are not able to walk around on their own in complex situations, and B3 athletes are in general, so they can orientate on their own, but still they are struggling.
Well, thank you, Sebastian. And should we swap you around at this point where we have a little pause in proceedings? So we're going to bring our next co-commentator in. You guys take your time, and we'll see you in a couple of seconds, Sebastian.
See you.
See ya. Here we'll be back. Okay, well, we'll have a little pause in proceedings here as well as our athletes are introduced, and we'll let you listen to that. If you can hear me right now. Can you hear me? So can you just introduce yourself?
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please send your applause to our athletes competing in the B category of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship, Seoul 2025.
So apologies about this if you can hear me or not, but I don't think we have any audio at the moment. We are trying to sort it out. Oh, yes. We are coming back. 1, 2. I think we are okay now. So, okay, we're back. Apologies about that. So, first of all, can you introduce yourself? Who are you and what category are you in?
My name is Tatjana. I'm in no category. Actually, I'm a team coach from the German team. Yes, and I'm happy to be here.
But you were a paraclimber as well in your day?
Yes, I were.
So your experience in terms of being an athlete and climbing out on the wall as well as now coaching, of course.
Yes.
Okay. So in terms of being a coach then, that change between being an athlete and coming into coaching, how have you found that being an athlete has allowed you to sort of give some experience to the climbers?
I think the transition was actually pretty easy for me, and it helps me a lot to come in contact with my athletes. They find it super supportive that I know how they're feeling when they're waiting, or how they feel on the wall. So it's, I think it's super helpful.
Yeah, and I was watching you early when the qualification, when we first started talking, and yeah, you could just see, I could almost watch you wanting to be out there with them a little bit, trying to put all your experience into it. It was lovely to see. Okay, now, you asked specifically for the visually impaired category. Why did you want to commentate this one?
So I've been guiding a few times before, and I'm a lot in contact with our blind athletes, and I think maybe I can show some insights, especially because Louisa is going to come later, so I can tell something about her too.
So when you say guiding, you're talking about the job of the person who is standing back down on the ground while the athlete climbs.
Yes.
And what are you doing in terms of the specifics? What kind of things are you telling your climber?
It's actually not that easy, that job, because you have to tell them where the holes are, where the footholds are, how they are supposed to get there, and which parts of the body are supposed to get there first. So if you're going to go with the right hand or the left hand, and how far it's going to be, which kind of hole they're approaching. So it's a lot of information, and you have to pack it in really less words, because you have to be really fast.
Wow, it's so much to do with that job. And of course, if, without putting pressure on these sight guides, if they mess up, you're in some trouble, because you're basically telling your climber the wrong information.
Yes. So it's the guiding job is kind of half of the job sometimes. Yeah, maybe not half of the job, but it's really important.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's hugely important, and the level of trust as well. Because again, if your climber doesn't trust you, they're not going to believe you. So does that take a long time to establish and build?
Yes, definitely. And you have to understand the way your climber is moving. It's not just telling them how you would climb it, you have to know how the climber would climb it.
That's a really good point. Yes, styles of climbing. I hadn't thought of that. All right, well, there's a lot to this game. We're about to see more of it. Now, look, we're looking at this route, and this move, there's basically a dyno in a visually impaired route. Challenging, I would say.
Really challenging. And I know that there are some athletes that really don't like doing dynamic stuff, so it's going to be really interesting.
It is indeed. It's something that statists have tried before, perhaps not at this level of importance, so it's a really risky move for them. And in fact, we have got one of our setters coming, and they will be joining us in the commentary box in a minute to talk us through that move, but we will bring them in a bit. Okay, so tell me, what kind of emotions do you think the athletes will be going through backstage right now, waiting to go on?
I think there are many emotions. Some of them are in fear of the moves that are coming. Some of them are super excited and hyped. And most of them are just trying to get in focus mode and get rid of all the emotions that are not helpful.
Yeah. All right, well, there are the one of the routes. There are two available here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're looking at the yellow and blue route on the left-hand side here. It's available for campusing as well, part of the AL1 category. And that is the final hold. No one topping out yet. What did you think of the previous round? Were you watching from the audience?
Yes. I think it was really good setting, because they were really good apart, the climbers. So it was a good separation. And it was hard moves for the AL1 category, but they did really good.
Yeah, they did. It was an exciting one. There's Team Spain getting a bit of a massage down at the front. It is cold here in the stadium.
Yes, and it's cold backstage as well.
Yeah, I've got a jumper on, and it's obviously the air conditioning has been set up for optimal climbing conditions. We like it to be cold, ideally.
Yeah, but for paraclimbers, it's not always good to be cold.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yes.
Because everyone sort of, has different battles with stuff like that. So, yeah. So, yeah, you got maybe people back there with some big puffy jackets trying to keep warm.
Yes.
I've got a bit of a delay going on here right now. I'm not quite sure, but here is our first climber. Okay, so Tanja Glusik comes out. for women's B1, and then Nicolas Manu from France. And as I said, we're going to bring one of our route setters in at some point later on to chat us through that route, but we'll do that later. Okay, so tell us, because the stadium is about to drop into silence, why is everyone quiet?
So the climber and their guide are connected via headphones, and if the audience is noisy, they can't understand each other. They have a communication in both ways. So the guide tells the climber how the route is supposed to go, but the climber is also able to communicate with the guide. And so it's super important that the people are silent, clear.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? Because like the temptation for the audience is to cheer, obviously.
Yes.
But they are allowed to celebrate when an athlete gets to their high point, but we try to encourage a little bit of quiet in this part. We won't stop talking, of course. Split screen then. Nicholas on the right-hand side, Tanya on the left-hand side. And Tanya immediately struggling with that right foot's final placement. And there's no texture there as well.
Yes, and they cannot see if there's texture or if there's no texture.
All right, so you can see here our sight guides talking away, trying to describe these moves. Nicholas, there is a pocket there, feels it, almost kind of felt it with the palm before he committed to the fingers.
They usually take a moment of time to feel before actually grabbing the hold.
Sort of scanning the hold
Yes.
to work out, yeah. And it always impresses me the memory on display here as well, because sometimes you have to use a handhold and remember it's there for the next move for your foot.
Yes. It's going to be interesting in the upper part on the head wall, because they told me in isolation earlier that they couldn't see the head wall while during the observation.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
That's bizarre. Were they not allowed to come back a little bit?
No, they were not allowed to go off stage.
Interesting decision, that one. Fair enough.
Yeah. So it's going to be really interesting.
Yes, it's truly. Yeah, it is a bit. All right, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, Nicholas is on the angle change, as is Tanja on the left-hand side. Good work from both climbers so far, and the lock-off strength is always what amazes me in this category. You have to be able to hold a position, and Nicholas is going for a heel hook there. And now turns it into a toe. Yeah, the heel hook is interesting because even when you can see a heel hook, it's sometimes difficult to work out exactly if you got the foot in the right position.
Sometimes they're hooking on nothing.
There's nothing worse than trying to crank on a heel hook and then realizing you're not on anything and pinging off backwards. So Nicholas creeps up with the right hand. He's being precise. Tanja on the left cannot find that left hold at the moment. Now goes for it. That's a good example of that scanning. She sort of felt for it, went back down and then committed to the move.
Yeah.
And it's not quite as loud in real life as you can hear on our cameras, by the way. The mics are very sensitive. It sounds like the sight guys are shouting at each other. They're not. They're speaking fairly quietly into their headset.
He was able to lock off that move without dynamic movement. I think many of the blind climbers are going to do that approach. Yes,
I think if you're a bit taller, you can stretch up to it, which actually I think that's a smart bit of setting, because I have a feeling it's not just height. I think most people could statically if you really tried.
Yeah.
And it just allows the athletes a bit of flexibility in that move.
But I think if you're a tall climber, you're more confident in this move.
Yeah,
I guess.
In fact, we can ask this from our route setter when they come in the commentary box. We'll find out if it's a tall move static or if it can be done by anyone. We lose Tanja on the left. A little flutter of appreciation from our audience there. She's lowered back down to the ground. Nicholas on the last of the horizontal volumes, halfway through this middle section now. Those cross-through moves are so hard. You have to unwind. You want to do the move quickly, but you don't really know where you're going to.
Yeah. And you can't find the perfect footholds as well.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, both climbers back down to the ground, and the new high point is established for that category. So we'll wait and see where we end up with that. And in fact, let's bring one of our route setters into the commentary box here, if you don't mind just swapping around briefly, because this is a question I would love to ask. So, first of all, could you just introduce yourself? Who are you, and what do you do in the team?
Hey, I'm Carly Le Breton, and I'm on the para route setting team.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about this move on the right-hand side. Tell me about this move on the right, the jump. Is it staticable, or I mean,
yes.
Did you realise that it could be a static move?
Yes, it's definitely statical. For the blind, they'll be able to push into that volume and just have that slow creep onto the jug.
Okay, so
and then the feet might cut loose, but you've got the hold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is something that you kind of designed to be put in there.
Yep. Okay. We tested it for different heights, and we moved the foothold 5 times, and it was definitely a good test.
And how are the routes going for you so far? Is it kind of what you envisaged at the moment?
I think so, because of the different stacks that we have on each route. We definitely build them up, and as it gets higher, it gets harder for the more challenging categories.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of both right and left, obviously we have multiple disciplines here on each route. How difficult is that to do? I can't. It blows my mind that you can think of that.
It takes once we build the route, it takes quite a few hours to go through all the categories and test. And we normally, one of us will pick one category, and then we test it, and then we tweak it, and then we go to the next category, and yeah.
Wow, it's unbelievable, to do that, and really, hats off to you so far. These routes, absolute pleasure to watch. Really enjoying it at the moment.
Thanks, it's really fun.
Talk us through this left-hand side. We've got Nadia Bradici underway and Simone Salvin on the right-hand side. In terms of what the holds Nadia is on here, what are they like?
They're quite positive.
Mm-hmm.
Those squadras are definitely a good hold. And then we kind of move into, as it gets steeper, we're moving into a more kind of jug section. And we've built the steep section out with some volumes, so there is some campusable moves for the AL1s that are coming up.
Yes, that is the final category here as we look at Simone's feet. And certainly the route on the right-hand side seems especially challenging to me watching it, and lots of cross-through moves that you've designed as well.
Yeah, so we kind of went with a couple of different situations on this route, as well as a pumpy route. So it's like a World Cup route. You've got lots of moves. I think there was 59 moves or something.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're looking for resistance, pumpy, but also just have those little sections where the climber has to think about the beta. It's not left, right, match. There's beta.
That's so interesting to hear you talk about it, and the smile on your face as you do. It really means quite a lot to you, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I really, really love doing it. It's definitely a mental challenge more than just setting a route.
Okay, well, we're watching Simone here as he starts to go up and left. And again, these crimps we can see here with the tick marks on them, what are they like?
They're really bad jibs, but on these flat holds, they're really, really good.
Okay.
They just make it that little bit juggier in the steep. You definitely got to still use your foot and your heels to stay on the wall.
And there is our sight guide talking away here. And then Nadia Bradici out. Now, this part, she's past the sort of the 2 pinches almost below her feet. And then the pockets coming up here. Good or not so?
Yeah, they're definitely quite good, and they're quite open. So they were really good for our RP1 categories as well. So there was room to get a stump or something like that in there.
Well, both climbers neck and neck on the wall here. Keep an eye on the time, especially with the visually impaired category. It tends to be a bit slower for obvious reasons here. So
there's a lot of locking off going on and feeling around, and they use their time well.
Yeah, they do, and the sight guide has got to keep an eye on that time, of course. The climbers just up there doing their best. Right, this traverse.
And here we go into the blind jump.
Oh, yeah, here it is, a little pop with the right hand. It looks like they are going to have to pop as well from Simone. No,
Oh.
Tried to press up a match underneath. A tricky way to do that.
Yeah. We were hoping not. It kind of quite tricky with the match. Definitely have to kind of try and commit to that reach around.
Hey, well, just stay with us just through the end of Nadia, and then we'll swap around again after this run. And because she's currently got her hands on the jug, left foot on the crimp, right foot on this half moon dish. This is a good opportunity to rest here.
Yes, this is probably the last rest before the rest of the head wall, the rest of the steep, and then into the head wall.
Yeah, it gives the...
We start to get into some crimps, and you can kind of see the size of the holds there starting to open up.
Yeah, that thumb coming onto play onto the jib underneath, but it's no texture there. She's struggling at the moment as we look at her hands. We come back. It's such a big move. She falls eventually. Nadia is down. A strong showing from her. Right, well, look, thank you so much for coming to describe this. I really appreciate it. We're going to swap you out, and honestly, thank you so much for all your hard work.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Okay. So, you're back in action here with us. And let's watch Nadia here. This was the move over to the left-hand side as she tried to find a feet. She got it eventually. And as the sight guide explaining away.
Next up on route 1, representing Japan, number 17.
I think it's interesting that there are different approaches between the completely blind athletes and those that have still some vision left.
Yes, and that's always a weird one for people to get their head around, because you think visually impaired or blind, you think you cannot see, but some of our athletes have maybe a lack of peripheral vision, or they can see shapes perhaps, but certainly it's not good vision, is it?
No, it's not at all.
So Francisca Javier on the right-hand side is underway, and then on the left is Hiromi Aoiki, who is quite a slow start here as she gets stood up onto the black dish. And Francisco searching around, trying to scan that wall again as we described it.
They're scanning with the whole body.
Yeah, I guess you can, can't you? Like any part of you is a reminder of where you are, yeah. Okay, so he tries to find the right foot. He's got the right foot, stands up tall to a side pull. And have to rethink. I think maybe matching this might be smart. Oh no, he just goes for the bump.
That's far.
That is far.
Managed to make it.
Yeah, he's stretched out. He's got to find a foot here, and he's just smearing. Can he find the pocket? Now he does. That's good. Keep an eye on the left-hand side. Hiromi starts to go left. It's a pretty nice hold, this left hand we can see here, because you can literally feel where it sort of runs out.
Yeah.
Javier on the crimps. The audience very silent here as we focus on our stars out on the mats. I should say mats, the lead ball, isn't it? Yeah. It's one of those things you just say. Hiromi locks off, tries to find the right hand, slid down the no-tex into the side pull. And Javier as well needs to find that right jib. He's missed it at the moment. Scanning, finds it now. And it's so fascinating watching, because the second he does have a hold, you know, that he's touched, he fully commits to it.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Now he's coming in the passage with the difficult or dynamic move.
Yeah, this is the one we're very excited to see for our visually impaired climbers here. So we know there's a press there. It's tricky to match, and he's skipping it at the moment. He felt it there. He brushed through, and now he's got it.
He seems to not like it. Maybe he's committing to it. Yes, he commits.
Yeah, he wants to press, doesn't he? Back to Hiromi. Oh, that right foot is shaky. It's on bad. No, it's on the jib, sorry.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah, and Francisco has done the span. Right, there he is. So he eventually just went for a big stretch on that move. Unwinds and finds the right hand. This is good stuff from Javier, good stuff from Hiromi.
I think she's standing on no checks.
Yeah, she is. I also think her chalk bag is shut.
Yes.
Which is not going to help matters. Yeah, to me, that is a closed chalk bag, and she's not using it. So that's another thing she's got to contend with as well. Left hand needed on this next dish. Javier with an enormous drop knee there. Touches the vault hold, comes away down into the crimps, and it's such an interesting bit of setting that you go kind of up and then drop down and you go back up again in a little M shape. You can hear both side guides talking away. Javier struggling right now.
Well, this is going to be a difficult move.
Yeah, Javier falls on that move. As does Hiromi. So I know Sebastian is just going to check here the results of women's B1, just so we can work it out before we see the scoreboards. Give you a little behind the scenes here. And Hiromi, top spot for her, so she is the world champion according to our scores with a 39 plus. Fantastic performance for her. Just three women in the women's B1 category. Okay, and we are watching a replay here of Javier. That was how he did it. Right, one climber to go, and it is a massive name in the world of the visually impaired climbing. Because Francisco is currently leading the way with 36, but Sho Aita, who is about to come on, is an absolute legend, isn't he?
Yes.
He's possibly, on his day, certainly the strongest visually impaired climber in the world. This man has got lock-off strength for days. He's so powerful, so strong.
And he's a really nice guy. So
Yeah, you're right.
In person.
Super nice dude as well, yeah. And just when you think he's definitely going to fall off and surely he hasn't got anything left in the tank, he will carry on and carry on forever.
We've been climbing with some of the Japanese athletes outdoors in Arco last year. And he was just, without any guide, climbing and searching for the holds forever. When I wasn't able to hold anything he was holding there.
Yeah, you are right. I've seen that. I've watched him climb outdoors, and it's just unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah, he likes that challenge. And he's pointing over towards the direction just to, I think, confirm with the sight guide exactly what he has to do here. Commits to a heel hook, tries to go for the big stretch, and there is an intermediate which he does find with the left hand. And now crosses onto the crimps.
I think he's also quicker than the other climbers climbed.
I think so too. You're right, and he usually actually climbs slower, so that's interesting to see.
Really flowy.
So halfway now for Shoaita, 4 minutes 23 on the clock.
Now coming in the interesting part.
Yeah, the jump to come. We've seen everyone do a variety of different methods through this one. We haven't yet seen anyone go for the full launch in the visually impaired category yet. Manny Candon, I think, was the wildest.
Yeah.
Manny Candon Kumar in the RP category launched over. So he twists. Meanwhile, we will move on to women's. Where are we?
So that's Louisa from the German team.
Yes, Louisa group.
B2
so
category.
women's B2 category, yeah. So women's B2 underway. 4 climbers there, and there's one to go for Shoaita.
So he decided to go for the press method, I think. Finds the rest in this position. That's nice. Woo, that was a close call.
Yeah, a bit of both that time, and he very happily gets that left heel up. Okay, he stretches up. Right, Shoaita again trying to get some kind of feedback there from the sight guide, but he's looking good. And remember, 36 is Javier's score. Louisa Grube on the left works those hands across. Shoaita searches, finds it, touches the bolt hole, which is rather cheekily placed right by that left hand.
Now it's going to be interesting, because he's reaching up to the point where Francisco was before. Yes.
Yeah, so this could be the high point for him here. It stretches up into what's a kind of a Gaston hold right by that bolt cover again.
And this is the high point.
Right, so that's another gold medal for Shoaita. He will be a world champion here today, so we can just enjoy this last section of climbing from him. Careful with the right foot. He's trying to find what is basically just a little sort of spot of a jib up there. There it is. Slides the feet. He doesn't like the look of it, understandably. Oh, that was a big lock off, but Shoaita is your world champion here today. Oh, yet again, the man walks away with a wonderful gold medal. Top stuff from Mr. Shoaita there. I honestly, I can't see him being beaten, you know, in the foreseeable future.
No.
Yeah, he really is such a machine, that man. Right, so we just watched Louisa Grube as we go back. Now, this was the pop. This is the moment he almost lost it. Searched around. We didn't see the moment he exactly popped for it, but got the heel in. That's the sight guide. And then this was a stretch. A bit low. Needed to go a bit further into that hole, but who cares? He's the world champion.
Now Louisa is going to come in the interesting part.
Yeah, there's the volcano pocket above her head. Oh, fell on the volcano. Louisa Grube, the first women's B2 high point.
I don't think she's going to be happy about that.
No, she doesn't seem it.
No.
And immediately we bring our next climber on for men's B2. Ijiri Motohiro is underway. As we know, this route builds to that cruxy jump on the right-hand side. And Louisa goes off with one of the German coaches in the bottom of your shot. We bring in our next athlete, who will be Melissa Cesarone on the left. There she is in our shot as she gets tied in.
Okay, je vais te faire toucher les prises. Okay.
And the athletes are shown the first couple of holds here. Big jug to start with, some feet down low. It's amazing, just with that touch, you know, she'll now know.
Yeah.
And my beta remembering is terrible, and I can see. You know, it's just one of those things that just, I think that's, just, I have no idea how they can scan that quickly and memorize it.
I think it's because they have a different way of seeing by memorizing their body in that position.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot about not memorizing where they are, but where they are in terms of their body.
Oh, I see what you mean, in terms of relation to the holds,
Yes.
like where you are, okay. And a rather large, very impressive chalk bag on the left-hand side, the elephant in display. I haven't seen that one
Cute
before.
one.
That is a cute one. Our audience's eyes are fixed upwards on our athletes right now.
A little bit shaky.
And approaching the dyno on the right-hand side. Melissa very slow down low at the moment. She's got plenty of time on the clock, but might want to pick up the pace a little. We know the high point is near the end of this this mid-wall section. Okay, I'm fascinated to see this once more as he gets into position for this. What could be a giant launch is perhaps better to static. Here comes the press. What's he going to throw here?
Searching for a foothold or anything else.
He's going to do it statically, locks off, doesn't like it, retreats back to the palm. And Melissa tries to search for the right foot and has it now. Motohiro has it. Oh, what an adjustment that was, hey? That was very sweaty hand stuff. Sebastian, who's watching this, just shook his hands there. I think he's sweating more than the athletes right now.
He spent a long time there.
He did, didn't he? And, you know, he didn't like it the first time he attempted it that way. Changed his mind, went back down, and then did it again anyway. So, impressive commitment to that move. Oh, but he does fall. But that will be the high point with just 3 to go. He's obviously guaranteed a medal here. So what colour is it going to be? We have Rezavant Nadu coming up last, who is the favourite. That was the stretch. He didn't want to do it the first time. He did do it the second time. And then this was the cross, that left hand shaking on what is a pretty nasty crimp up there.
I think the part before must have pumped him up or pumped him out.
Yeah, I agree. Because there's no real way he can shake because you've got to keep so much tension to press like that. Melissa in the splits finds the jug into the next jug.
She's coming closer to the high point and to the rest point.
So what's she going to do here? Back and forth with the feet, finds a left press. And about to be underway on the right-hand side. Fumiya Hamanu on the right. Hamanue, sorry, on the right. Fumiya again, another athlete who could take the top spot here, possibly. Melissa on the left-hand side of your screen falls. That did slightly come out of nowhere on that one. But she's down. And that was possibly the high point, we think, Sebastian? Maybe?
No.
On the edge, anyway. No, it's not. So 35 compared to 38. So Louise still leading the way there. Let's see where she fell. This was the splits. Bit of a swing as she brought that left foot over to press against the wall. And then that was the fall there. Being caught by the second rope. Okay, so Fumiya will continue on, and then a lady that we, again, just another veteran here, just another legend, Linda LeBon is on.
I think it's going to be an interesting route for her because I know we talked earlier, and she doesn't like slopey holds too much, and we have many slopey holds in there.
Yeah, especially around that volcano section at the top. So yes, okay.
It's going to be interesting.
So a bit of an anti-style route for her, perhaps, and she's taking some deep breaths right now. Fumiya is searching for a right foot. There it is, finds it now. In the second he found that full commitment as he got stood up tall.
He tried the heel hook method too. We've seen that earlier.
Yeah, eventually he sort of dropped it into a toe. And he's wearing, I think he's wearing on parallels, but I can't remember if they're the soft ones, can't see. I think super soft shoes might be the way forward on this route, yeah. Right, Linda LeBon is underway, climbing now, quickly through the first part, committing to the jugs. Fumiya will approach the jump.
Scanning for the next photo.
Yeah, there it is. So here we go. Keep watching Linda LeBon on the left, but let's pay more attention to Fumiya on the right-hand side, because this is an interesting position here. He'll match this next hold, you'd imagine. No, not yet. And as a sight guy, what would you be telling your athlete? Would you recommend they jump? Would you see if they could span it?
Oh, I think I probably would recommend the palm press method because it's the safest one.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are actually good at jumping at dyno stuff. Maybe then I would recommend the jump too.
Yeah, so plan A is the palm, plan B is the jump, I guess.
Yeah,
So
for some, maybe plan B is more the reach and plan C is the jump. Yeah, there's plan B.
Problem is, he's got to unwind that left arm a bit. He has got his feet into a better position to do that. Linda LeBon, meanwhile, crosses under. But Fumiya is not liking that stretch out at the moment. It is a long way, and I think unless you have your full body so you can push away with the left arm.
Oh, he decided to...
Oh, he went for the jump.
Yes.
Wow, good commitment from him. He didn't manage to find it, though. So Fumiya, after searching, stretching, trying, went for the jump, but not quite. And Linda LeBon, meanwhile, searches for the right foot and finds it there.
taking a good rest before the next sketchy section.
Well, Razovan is announced to the crowd. He is Romania's best visually impaired climber in this category. He's won multiple golds before, and you've got to say, with the fairly low falls from the other two, this could be his to win right now.
Yes. If he manages to get among the dyno section or the palm section. Linda is not liking that too.
Yeah, Linda's not, and she does miss it. That was a slopey hole we were talking about that she might struggle on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she shakes her hand.
Ooh. Oh no, I think she's not happy about that.
No, she is not happy. I think she might have hurt herself there.
Oh yes.
I don't know if that is. I think it's more disappointment than anything else. Well, Linda Lamont, she's such a competitor. She will not. I mean, no one likes to fall. But we'll check the results. I don't think it's quite as bad as she's thinking it is, to be honest. She's silver medal at the moment, so 37 plus, so half a move below, and with one athlete to go. She's guaranteed a medal, but she would have probably liked the gold medal there. An emotion on stage here. Let's see the moment that got her. And this was it here, little adjustment. It was a back and forth. I think that's why. It was just a moment of confusion. She was stuck in two minds in that section, and this was the move up to the pocket. Just wasn't quite as accurate as she could have been on it. Well, this is what sport is all about, watching those emotions on stage. Our athletes giving absolutely everything. And Sineda is the last athlete out.
In full focus.
Yeah, she is fully focused here. Now, she might have sensed that Linda LeBon was emotional. Linda LeBon perhaps the favourite here. So Sineda might be thinking to herself, perhaps this could be my competition. But that brings with its own pressure as well.
Are you ready?
She takes it. And we will actually be able to hear, if we're English speakers here, her sight guide talking. Although the clock is wrong there, but now it's back. So she was a couple of seconds out, but hopefully that won't affect it. It went for the 40-second rather than the full time.
Yeah.
I'm sure our judges are on that one. Razovan, we haven't talked at all about him after watching Linda, but Razovan is approaching the jump now. So he searches for the jib, which is hard to find there. Now he gets it. And Sineda underway on the left.
He's so precisely.
Yeah, he's found the right foot, finds the right hand, and here we go. Into the press. Okay, so let's see.
Looks good. Looks pretty stable.
It does look good, but it's all body position on this, because if he's going to go for the stretch, then that is a long, long stretch over. Yeah. Drops back down into position. You've really got to think your way through this sequence.
I think with the palm method, you have to fit in the box, and sometimes it's difficult to find the right position in the box. So I think at the moment he's searching for his fit in the box. Yeah. Which he seems to maybe switch his mind for the other method. And Sineda is actually close to the high point. She's in the rest position now.
Yeah, she's getting into position here.
She's really quick, fast climbing up.
Yeah, she's in her position right, brings the left here. Little clap from the crowd. Razavan has made the jump over to the right.
And I think that's it. Sanaida has climbed in the new high point, and that's the gold medal for her.
That is a gold medal for Sanaida. Great work from her. And now, look at a little spring to her step. I think maybe she knows. There was a little ripple of applause from the audience there. And she's on the headball, and we're seeing real progress on women's B2 right now. Razavan crosses through. Good shoulder, and for him, he must be up towards a gold medal as well.
Yes.
So we're seeing double gold medalists here. I think, anyway. But let's watch this woman's victory lap as she brings the high left foot through.
Have we seen anybody that high?
No, I was about to say this is the first time, yeah. So we get to see the top of this wall as well. And remember what you were saying earlier about the sight guides who didn't get to see it themselves. That's going to be interesting.
Yes.
Oh, she slips down, but the crowd cheer her because she is a world champion here today in women's B2. Beat Linda LeBon and Razavan as well. He comes down at the same time, and we're going to get confirmation from Sebastian, but I think that is done enough there for the gold medal.
So we have two gold medalists coming down at the same time.
Pretty cool, hey? What a way to finish this competition. And you can hear there the emotions starting to come now. And yes, confirmation that she is world champion. Razavan was still waiting. Yes, and confirmation that Razavan is too. Thank you, Sebastian, who's on the computer to my right-hand side. And this was the top. Brought those feet through. And it was just, he suddenly seemed to pick up the pace. I think she sensed or heard, for sure, the applause. And it was very nice, that moment, where she sort of had a little spring to her step.
Representing Japan, number 122, Takumi Kawamura.
Okay, so new category as we move through. We have two more visually impaired categories to come. This is Takumi Kawamura on the left-hand side and Mika Mekoa on the right for... There's Mika there. Sorry, Mika on the left. Okay, my left and right's mixed up there. And there is Takumi on the right. So, B3 gets the confirmation on the radio, and I think we are underway. Yes, we are.
So, two Japanese blind climbers at the same time.
Yeah, two teammates. They will travel the world together. They'll travel into isolation today together, and now they get to attempt to win a gold medal together. That would be a nice story.
And they are already both making good progress, working their way up quickly.
Yeah, it's confident stuff from both of them. As we said, Takumi actually has a bit of a moment, but now he finds the right foot. And he's trying to scan for a left foot because it is super low. And the problem is he's quite stretched out now. He does eventually bump it up.
I think for some blind climbers it's more difficult to find different colors on top of each other. So some of them have difficulty seeing blue holes on white.
Okay.
So maybe that's a problem for him too.
Yeah, that's a good point. It could be part of it, couldn't it? Okay, up to what is a jug. So here she'll be able to shake out confidently if she decides to stop, but I'm not sure she is. This is the thing with the visually impaired club. It's almost like they're too strong. Yes. You know, you sometimes blow past rest that you probably should have rested on.
I have quite a few athletes I'm working on resting well because they tend to climb on and climb on and climb on, and then they're pumped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess it can work both ways, can't it? Because sometimes, you know, you shouldn't rest, especially down low. You know, if you don't need to, why rest? However, you also don't want to go past a rest. It's a difficult one. And I guess another one for the sight guides to read correctly as well.
Yes. And sometimes to remind them to take the rest. Because they're in the flow and the focus and they forgot.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot. I would not want to be a sight guide. Maybe that could be our next bit of content. I'll guide someone. I can guide Sebastian up the wall. He's shaking his head at me. Is it? Well, maybe. He said maybe. All right.
I'm going to be guiding in Laval.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been working with your athlete a lot in preparation for that?
We've been working a lot in the end of the last year, and now we're working again. So.
Okay. That's good. So you're sort of developing that relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
We've developed it before, but now we're going to reactivate it somehow.
Okay, cool. You don't have very long.
Yes,
You've got
I know.
less than a month. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yes.
That's the final World Cup of the year, an exciting one, that in Laval, France, which was last used for a World Cup European qualifier. Yes. I have some very stressful memories of that building. It's not so much from me, from the athletes, who I think really went through the ringer at that place.
Oh, we missed the interesting section.
The jump, yes, we did. He's through it. Good job.
Yeah, he did it.
It's good work from him. But now he drops back down, and at the same time we lose Mika. It's a double action there, all at the same time. Mika is gone, and Takumi is going as well. So listen, we're just going to again swap you very quickly, just because I've got a world champion coming to join me in the commentary box. So. We're going to bring in Melissa Ruiz, who is preparing herself and who is a world champion here today, and what a moment for her. So we're going to swap around the headphones. Bring in Melissa here. So Melissa, we're just going to put some headphones on you here as we swap around. Thank you very much. Huge congratulations. What a performance from you. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great.
I like that.
It's my first World Championship goal.
You are a world champion. It's one of those things that no one can ever take away from you. You will forever be a world champion. What was the atmosphere out there like for you?
Well, it was the first route. I mean, the first category out, so it felt like, ooh, that's nerve-wracking. I don't know what's happening right now. There was a lot of standing around, so my legs were really stiff, and then I was nervous, so they were stiffer.
Okay.
But the route was fun. It was harder than I thought it would be. That always happens. But I threw for I should have thrown for something, and I didn't throw for it. I tried to use my legs. This is what I get. But the hole I fell on it should have been bad. I mean, it was good. It just flipped.
Yeah.
But no, it felt great. At some point, I was like, I hope I got it. I can't tell.
Oh, you absolutely did. We're just watching, by the way, Elsa underway for Team France, and then Daniel underway for Romania on the right-hand side. So before I let you go, because I'm sure you want to go and celebrate, does your life change now? I mean, you're a world champion. You can get on buses and public transport and tell everyone to move. You know, this is unbelievable. But seriously, looking ahead now, obviously the World Cup's, I guess, your next focus.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was on the fence about Laval, but no, I'll go to Laval. And then, there's the World Cup next, the World Cup series next year, and then the World Championship again, and then the Olympics.
Yes.
So, because RP1 made that, so, really crossing my fingers for it. There's there's big stuff happening, in the paraclimbing competition world. So I'm really, really excited.
And you are going to as a world champion. So Melissa, congratulations for your achievements
here
today. Enjoy the rest of your time in Seoul.
I absolutely will. I love it here.
See you in Laval. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
See you later. Okay, we swap out Melissa, who came to join us. Thank you so much to her as we watch Elsa on the left-hand side as she starts to traverse through. And then Daniel on the right. He's approaching the jump of doom on the right-hand side. It's caught a few athletes out. You need to read it correctly. You don't want to burn too much energy doing it. It's a challenging one. You're joining us once again. Hello.
Hello. I'm back.
You've been in and out on this one, haven't you? Quite a lot. Okay. So we're watching Elsa, who was very composed. Right from the very beginning of this competition, she was sort of super focused. Finds that left hand, adjusts the left hand,
And it's not easy to stay that composed all the time. There's so much pressure and the energy. It's crazy.
I tell you what, he's slightly got that right foot in the wrong position at the moment. He might have wanted a bit more toe box in action here. He's more very midsole, which is quite hard to adjust.
Yes.
But he's tall and he's making it work. Got to commit to the stretch up. There it is. Yes, and he's got it. And did you hear the breath there? I was like, whoo. Eesh, indeed. Well, that was on the edge, I think, but he managed to get away with it. Kicks the right foot up, and he kicks onwards with the root as well.
That cross-through move must be super hard too, especially if you cannot see where you're gonna put your feet next.
Yeah, I think it's the technical crux for this category. You know, the jump is physical, sure, but you know that cross-through move is uber techy. Alright, so he's checking. He decides on the left of the two jibs. Oh, and he falls there. Daniel comes down.
We could see him getting a little bit in rush, so maybe he was already a little bit pumped out.
Yeah, he was high on the route. And we'll wait for his score, but he needs to jump up to 28 to get ahead. Elsa finds a heel hook. Buries that deep in that pocket here as she finds the jib.
She really crushed the part with the volcano. Was really hard for some of the other athletes, and she just did it.
Yeah, it's fascinating to me in the able-bodied competition as well. There's moves that, you know, you go through a whole competition thinking it's impossible, and then someone will just float it, flash it, and you'll be like, oh, okay. I stand corrected, we're all good. Yeah, I mean, obviously different styles do play a part. Okay, Kazuhiro from Japan gets clipped in.
Oh.
And there's a lot of alleys going on. They could sense her perhaps getting pumped, but Elsa, I think, should jump up into the top spot there. We'll wait and see in a sec. As our scores are updated here.
That was a really strong performance.
Yeah, she does. 46 plus. It was way ahead of Mika's score, who was on 39 plus. Wow. Oh, that was a smooth, that was impressive throughout that run. It really was.
I think the only time you've seen her shaking was right before she fell out.
And you could hear the crowds, they were allowed to cheer at that point, you know, trying to encourage her to get over that moment. Kazuhiro has 6 minutes on the clock to solve the puzzle of this route on the right-hand side. He scans, searches, not that way, that's better, as he crosses through. Team USA cheer on Phoebe Barkin. A fist bump from the sight guide. And the sight guide going a long way around there to get off the stage. I think I would have jumped off the edge, to be honest, but he's done the correct way, which is to walk around the edge, and now he's positioning himself. She gets the nod from him. Kazuhiro, meanwhile, has taken a bit of time to solve the big white volume section.
Phoebe's floating.
Yeah, she's looking good at the moment now. Big holds down low, though. You can see her trying to keep loose and limber. Look how fast she's moving. Oh, my goodness me. That is 100% commitment and trust from her. Wow.
Well, she's nearly halfway up, and she only took 45 seconds.
That's unbelievable. Wow, very, very impressive from her at the moment. Kazuhiro approaching the jump. Phoebe, that dropped me as well. That's literally the first time she's put a foot wrong. Doesn't like it for the second time as well, and will rest on this. This is quite a big move, this next one.
Yes. We've seen many struggle here.
Yeah. Kazuhiro stretches all the way through straight away. Just Gaston locks off that left arm, pulls through the move. Yeah, good stuff from him.
It's crazy because they're on the same height at the moment, but Phoebe's like 1 minute faster.
Yeah, so true. Like that bottom part, obviously the sight guy was like, look, it's straightforward, you know, and it is, but if you can't see, less straightforward. It was just amazing. I mean, now she's taken the pace off a bit. I mean, it had to come back at some point. And Kazuhiro as well. How much has he got left? He made the jump move look good. He made the techie cross through look pretty trivial as well.
Maybe you're going to see some more head wall action.
Yes, we haven't had that much. Well, yeah, we are here. So Phoebe climbs her way into the head wall. You can see her. She can talk to the sight guide as well.
Yes. And it's super important to give them feedback throughout the climb.
So they are, like, sort of, when you say feedback, what kind of feedback would an athlete usually give a sight guide?
Well, sometimes it's to get the information faster.
Mm-hmm. Phoebe falls.
But that's a big high point.
Yeah, that is a statement, I tell you. With only Lynn Poston to go, she has just stamped her mark on women's B3.
Definitely running away with a silver medal.
Absolutely, she's in that, and Kazuhiro is done too. He needs to get above 33 plus. We wait for the scores to be updated, but we know that Phoebe moves into the top spot with that one.
Yeah, they just got really small really fast.
And you hear that got really small really fast, the holds on the head wall. Yeah, it certainly does. So Phoebe Barkin is way. Her score is 56 compared to Elsa's 46 plus, so she is miles away. But Lynn Poston, a 17-year-old, is very good and she's coming, so we'll see.
I think that's something they're going to tell their side guide as well, like the holds are getting worse.
Yeah.
I need more feed, stuff like that.
Yeah, send up a jug.
Yeah, please.
All right, another legend. Florin Kuzmin comes on. He's got to beat Kazuhiro's 35 plus, though. Big task for him. Our final two.
Oh, he's struggling right at the bottom section at the moment. No, on the right side. Kazmin is struggling some. Now he's getting the flow.
Yeah, he's maybe looking at. To me, he looks a little nervous. He's found the bolt cover as well. I don't want to stand on that. I mean, you could do, but it's ice. Lynn again. She's moving fast. I think this is the tactic, you know. Lynn has some sight. We have an interview actually with her on the World Climbing Club where she explains her impairment. It's worth watching. That's day 1 of the World Climbing Club. Oh, Kuzmin has a moment, catches it, drop knee. Whoa, that was very close from him.
Yeah, I think he's really nervous because he's moving quick and not that accurate as he's usually doing.
Yeah.
So maybe his World Championships make him nervous.
I mean, it is a big moment, isn't it?
And now he's approaching the difficult section. Has to find. But that one was easy for him.
Yeah, no problem. He stretches up to that one simply, doesn't he? And this is the techie part.
Yeah. I think now he's coming back in his flow.
Yeah, sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need a moment, actually, where you sort of, you frighten yourself almost, and you're like, whoa, okay. Lin.
Let's see.
Yeah, Lin's halfway. She's got some work to do. The volcano is coming. The volcano is here, in fact, so this is the move.
She's not liking the volcano.
No, she's not. So maybe in trouble.
Yeah, but now she got it. Oh, and we're gonna see some head wall action on the right side too, which is really nice because I don't think we've seen that before in the blind categories. So he's doing really good, really good effort here.
It is, and for all our talk about him looking nervous, you know, he's carried on climbing through those nerves if there was any nerves.
Oh, no, we lost him.
Down he goes.
That must be the high point, I think.
Must be, I think. Yeah, so I think we have our gold medalists there as well for men's B3. We'll get confirmation, of course. And Lynn Poston is through the volcano into the head wall, coming close now. So this is where he fell. This was the move, the spring, the kick after that.
And Lynn still looks really good.
Yes, and we have got confirmation. Cosmin takes the victory there. And what a move it was at the top. So Lynn is still going. So we're watching a replay here of Cosmin. He slips. Let's see, back to Lynn, please. Yes, so Lynn must be approaching what could be a high point here. This is the really small holds really fast section.
I think that was actually the section where Phoebe fell. I think, or was she a little bit further up? I'm not sure.
Yeah, not a lot of feet to be had, eh? She does find the right foot.
Is that a dual text foothold, the small one?
I think the yellow is, yes. The top one is mainly texture, I think, on top.
But the right one?
Oh, the right one, yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I like the toe hook she's got in underneath.
Yeah. Because she seems to not like the right foot, but she committed and was worth.
It's got a minute 42 as well, so there's lots of time here.
And I'm pretty sure she's now on the high point.
That should be the gold medal. So Lynn Poston, another USA world champion, drops back down. Oh, tries to make an adjustment. That left hand will be uncurling. Those fingers will be going. She rocks up on it. There is another. I think that hold above where her left hand is more of a foothold, but perhaps it's an intermediate. We just don't know on this head wall. We haven't really seen very much of it.
I think she's trying to find the better foot positioning. Maybe the small one above her knee.
It's so stretched out. She can drop down and recover, and she has got time to do so as well.
I think this part is really difficult to see for the side guide as well.
Yeah, good point. They'll be right back, and look at that. It's a big move from her. You can hear the crowd gasp. She's got 35 seconds, so she will need to keep going here. Has time if she doesn't.
Only 2 moves, so maybe
2 moves away from our first top, I think.
Yes,
Lynn Poston makes the match. Can she top it? She's already world champion. Yes, she can.
Yes, she can.
Brilliant stuff from Lynn Poston with 18 seconds to go. World champion and topping the route. Wow. What a moment that was. Incredible stuff as Lynn Poston smiles and thumbs ups to our crowd. Full relief on her face as well there. Wow.
That was really well deserved.
17 years old, world champion.
Where's the person trying to clip me?
There's the first dog clip me. There we go. Yeah, she will want to turn around and celebrate here. Great stuff from her. Well, listen, thank you so much for joining me here today.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Lovely hearing both your insights on being a sight guide and your insights on a coach. So you kind of hit the double tick for me. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What's your plan for the rest of your time in Seoul now?
We have some athletes competing tomorrow, so I'm going to be here tomorrow, and then I'm going to stay a little longer to go climbing outside.
You're going outdoor climbing?
Yeah.
Wicked. That's very cool. In the city or outside of the city?
Outside of the city, so some climbing and looking through the city.
Amazing. Well, look, send lots of pictures. I'm kind of jealous. We'll be inside this building all day, but you will have a wonderful time. And thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely rest of the day, and thank you.
Thank you. You too.
See you later. Well, we will swap around co-commentators again as we get confirmation. Women's B1, wide by Hiromi, followed by Nadia and Tanja after that. That's our top 3:39 plus leading the way. And then for men's B1, Sho Aita takes the victory there over Francisco by a couple of holds. A fantastic performance. Sinaida, 53, way out in front of an emotional Linda LeBon, who takes a silver medal due to count back there. Razavan Nurdu over Motohiro and Fumiya after that in third. Well, Sebastian, you're joining me here in the commentary box as we run through the order here. Lynn Poston, we just saw her. She is our world champion atop from her teammate Phoebe Barkan, and Elsa after that in third. Cosmin Florin Kandoy, followed by Kazuhiro and Daniel make up our top three. Takumi down in fourth with 28. Okay, Sebastian, wow.
Yeah, there were lots of different solutions we saw there, especially on the right route. I was really... Well, we need chalk in the commentary box. I always say it, right?
Yes, exactly. I mean, you were panicking at times there.
Yes,
you were certainly getting into it.
I thought, like, how can you just jump without seeing where you actually go, right?
Yes, exactly. I mean, that thought still stands for me. It's unbelievable. Okay, so AL1 and AU2 to come here. So just two categories before we will say goodbye to the first half of our paraclimbing competition. And a reminder that we will return tomorrow for the second half. And it's the same story with speed later on as well. The women's part of the competition is today, qualifying earlier on, which is free to watch on the IFSC's YouTube channel. And then the finals will be this evening, and then we repeat it tomorrow for the men and the second half of the para. Okay, so our athletes onto the stage.
So we're seeing our AL1 athletes on the right and AU2 on the left being presented to the public.
Now let me explain something here, because the AL1 category is a mixed category. That's due to the number of athletes competing. So during qualification we saw lots of men and women together. Pavitra, the only one to make it through to the finals. There she is on the right hand side. And last time this happened, she walked away with a bronze medal. So it's going to be so fascinating to see.
Exactly. There are minimum requirements for World Championships. It's 6 athletes out of 4 different countries. You need to start a sport class. In case of there are not enough for the AL sport class, they will have a mixed gender sport class. That's why there's no M or W in front of the AL1. So it's just AL1 mixed gender medal event, and we'll see who takes the medal there. Pavitra has scored already lots of time, and the years before it was different. The years before, AL1 would have been merged, that means combined with RP1. This is not the case anymore. So now we see really climbing styles combined together, but the same type of climbing, and not with completely different climbing styles.
Yeah, and I talked to them about this, and they were saying how much they prefer to be in this category rather than the RP category, because it's a similar impairment.
Yes, and that's also the exchange in between those who make the rules and the athletes is very important here. Because there are concerns, for example, like how can you like compete men and women in the same medal event? Isn't that unfair? But as we see, it's theoretically possible to have also climbing both at the same level. So yeah, will be very interesting to see how they perform on the route on the left.
Well, there is Razavan getting a hug from his teammates. So cool, the world champion. I think it will take a while for that one to sink in, but what a fantastic victory from him.
I was worried he would fall earlier.
He looked so shaky throughout that run.
But funnily, the section where many others struggled, the little jump / press over, reachy move, he solved so quick, I think even quicker than those who have vision left, right? And the other sport classes. I was really like, wow. so quick.
Exactly that. Well, the audience and the music starts again here in the stadium. The visually impaired category, we keep things nice and quiet for those athletes, but we can ramp up the noise here as we come into our final 2 categories of this afternoon. And just a bit of housekeeping. The World Climbing Club, as mentioned, on YouTube, free to watch, behind the scenes action, interviews, extra content, and of course all the results and highlights. And then Instagram, our 2 photographers at this event taking some wonderful behind the scenes and in front of the scenes pictures. And you can check out all the action on our social media channels on the IFSC as well.
So our climbers are getting ready behind the wall right now, and we're waiting for them to approach the stage and start with their route. Yeah, we haven't talked about the way to the Paralympics yet, Matt.
Oh, we haven't, have we? So should we talk about, the Olympics?
Because this is super important now. This is the last World Championship before we actually have the World Championship, where we will, it's not guaranteed yet, but it's obvious that there will be Paralympic starting places be granted at the next World Championships. So in 2 years, it's not just that we have a World Champion, but we will also have Paralympic candidates.
Wow. That, when you say it like that, the Olympic cycles always confuse me because it starts so much earlier than you think it would. But you're right. Next time we're doing this, hopefully together, we'll be giving away Olympic tickets once again.
Yes.
Very, very cool.
I hope so.
Yeah. So Pavitra will get tied on and ready here to perform. And this is going to be very cool to see. Well, underway already for the AU category is Sebastian Mousson. So AU, impairment of the upper limb.
Right. So the definition for AU2 is that there's an elbow left. The length of the stump can be different, but there must not be a wrist left. So that would be then AU3. We'll see that tomorrow. But AU2 means just one side of your arms is affected. So we have limited range here, especially. So the span can be different according to the length of the stump, but very, very interesting to see how they solve the dynamics slash move in the middle of the roof. Especially here, they might not do it statically.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have to see if there's going to be a leap, a one-arm bump here. Meanwhile, I hope we get a shot of it because we're about to see Pavitra pull on, and she is underway. There she goes. So she starts to campus here. And she will be fast through the bottom section of this route. So fast, look at this. Powering through the good holds down low.
And you hear our audiences shouting here. And her cheering her up the wall. Come on, Pavitra.
Yeah, that right hand, though, heavily taped up. I wonder if that has affected her somewhat. Locks off the left arm, finds the right arm. Powerful stuff from her here. Sebastian, meanwhile, has a jump before the rest. It's all go here. There's so much action to be had.
Sebastian could use some of that Pavitra energy on the wall, right? And just give it a push and go for it. Come on.
Look at this from Pavitra. And look, she's matching on this. Comes up with the right hand. This is powerful stuff from her. Look at those shoulder muscles standing up here. She keeps on going. She will be able to take something back. Finds the left hand.
Come on, Pavitra. Now this will be a big move. A bit to the back because the volcano is reaching out that far from the wall.
She's found a great rest there as well.
Yeah, with the forearm, which is very smart because this way she can relax her fingers.
Well, the next hold's in sight, where she's going to drop back down in order to do it.
So Sebastian Musso, come on.
Musso falls, going out with that right hand, peeling away from him.
Well, he was trying to push himself as far as possible, statically to the right, but meanwhile, Pavitra, come on.
Can she do the campus to the pocket? No, she drops back down again. Now one arm resting.
She has so much endurance. She had an unfortunate early fall on one of the qualification routes, and I thought, wow, this might be it. She might not make a difference, but the other route was so good that she made it.
Yeah, she was super emotional backstage after that performance. Right, up with the left hand. Here we go.
On.
Yes! So close there. She found the right hand.
What a massive 3D move without having any leg to stabilize that, right? Because you're not just
Yeah.
You're not just pulling up, but also very far to the back inside this massive roof.
Yeah.
But Fabrizio, no matter how you feel now, this was an amazing performance. So we see the replay here from the early part of the route, and this is now the upper section where she tried to reach the volcano hole and misses it. There is no second try if you miss this move, so she made the smart decision to move back and to relax as far as possible to get settled in the right position to do the move. So our next candidate, Markus Pösendorfer from Team Austria on the left, while we have Eduardo Miguel Chaus from Team Brazil on the right. Now it's reaching the position where we lost Sebastian before. It's going to get very interesting because here we have the other arm which is missing. Sebastian had the left arm which was impaired, so he had to push with his thumb to reach over.
Yeah.
Eduardo will now have the left hand, so to say, the good side for the hold on the bottom.
Yeah, he's going to have to, well, as you say, maybe cross. Yeah, he's.
Oh
my goodness.
That was close. The first one, I think, trying this way, right?
Markus Pösendorfer is underway. He starts to powerfully campus up now.
So Eduardo trying again, trying to sort his feet, and he does it.
He's through the jump, and now the rest. But there's some techie bits to come. I mean, you can't recover there at all. It's like straight back into the action.
Marcos, meanwhile, the campus machine continues, move by move.
Super powerful stuff as he crosses through here. Getting lots of encouragement. He bumps into a good hold. He'll keep on going through here.
Come on, Marcus. Nearing Pavitra's high point. We know this is a hard move to do, just campusing. And he does it. Wow. So meanwhile, we lost Eduardo. By far the high point so far on this route.
Yeah, Eduardo comes down.
Marcus now trying. Yes, there it is. Nearing the end of the overhang. And we lose him there.
Yeah, he comes down. That was some powerful stuff for the big man.
And we know from the other sport classes who were on this route before this, especially the exit of this route is very, very tricky.
Yeah.
We have two more AL1 climbers to come to see how and if the end section of this roof is possible to climb by just campusing.
Yeah, I mean, it's so small, the holds up there. I just don't know.
On the right, Kevin Bartke, my teammate from Team Germany.
Tell me about Mr. Kevin here.
Mr. Kevin.
Mr. Kevin, Sir Kevin, Lord Kevin. But how was he this morning, do you know, when he was preparing for this comp?
Kevin is one of those climbers who is impressively relaxed. Inside he's nervous, but outside you don't see. He has lots of experience. He started also like me in 2017 with power climbing. Lots of medals on his side. And yeah, he has lots of experience also with outdoor climbing. Trad, alpine.
Oh yeah, you two went on adventures together, didn't you?
Oh yes.
Many adventures.
Yeah. Went to Red Rocks last year after Salt Lake.
Right, Matej will go on. Now, it's slightly different for Matej. He will be campusing, but has a bit more ability to use those legs when he's standing anywhere like that.
Yes, so my gosh, how does that actually work? So there are classifiers who, they are medical experts and they're also experts in climbing, and we have a big rule book of more than 50 pages where it's defined which kind of impairment will lead to which sport class. And a sport class has always a range of impairments which goes from a lower end to an upper end. And the athletes are assessed once they come to the field of play for the first time. Some of them are even assessed more often after. And after the assessment, there is a decision about the sport class. That's the very short version of how classification works. And this is the reason why, because of the definition of a sport class, it has a range, and this is also the reason why you might see differences in athletes, which might be unfair, but if it would be super fair, every athlete would have his own sport class, and that would lead to no competition at all.
Yeah, he's still got to be so powerful, has Mete Cheer, so he comes across. Meanwhile, your teammate Kevin Bartek has made it through the jump and the tech, so interesting stuff. Kevin hits the left-hand side pull, makes the adjustment with the feet here. Oh, he loses his feet. That was risky.
One more climber to come after Kevin. Slipping again, but still holding on to it.
Look at the muscle standing out at him as he tries to cross under, does cross under, slips on the left hand.
A strong performance. Wow. Kevin's face says, well, this was intense.
Yeah, Kevin gave it everything there. He did not want to leave the wall for a second.
No. And his Brian Zazuela, his biggest opponent, will follow in a few moments.
Matic falls.
Let's see, we're waiting for the confirmation of scores for the moment. So Kevin is in provisional first for the moment. Only one climber to come, Brian Zazuela, to see if he can match it.
So he's guaranteed a silver.
Guaranteed a silver at least. Mate is also at the moment in provisional second position, so at least bronze medal guaranteed. And there's one more climber to come that is well known. You see the replay of Kevin. Well, elegant solution for this Ricci move. And yeah, the cross move down on this volume was impossible for Kevin. So there we see him, Brian Zazuela, already being tied into the rope.
So Angelina Zella will come out last. And then there he is onto the stage.
Our campus rocket.
Our campus machine indeed, as he comes out. And then Brian Zazuela on the right-hand side.
So if you haven't ever seen Angelino climbing yet, fasten your seatbelts and watch what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's got to be full power here. Angelino shakes out his hand. We've got to keep an eye on Brian as well, because he really could take the World Championship.
It's always Kevin. It's always a tight competition between Brian and Kevin. They both definitely give everything for it. Brian has a more dynamic climbing style, like Kevin is a bit more static, a bit more hesitating sometimes. And here we see.
Well, the speed of Angelino Zella here as he starts to power his way upwards, finds the left hand, makes the match.
The rocket just took off. I wonder always how the belayer keep up with taking in the rope.
Yeah, very quickly is the answer. He's already a quarter way through. Look at the speed of this man.
We've heard from belayers that there were already problems sometimes with his speed.
We need to put him on an auto belay, basically. Pauses now for the first time, slows things down. He's got to make sure of these moves.
And sometimes it's better to have two persons than one taking in the rope from above and the other one just pulling on the braking side.
Brian as well is through the jump very easily too, and he's in the tacky part. Look at this from Angelino. But this move is so tricky. You've got to be accurate, and he is.
Statically into the wall. Wow. Angelina, come on. Can we see a new high point? This is now very close.
He shakes out. Brian is just cruising at the moment. He gets a high heel, or tries to. Look at this from Angelino. He's on the crimps on the head wall now.
Whoa. Not sure if this was ever meant to be campus.
Brian falls. Oh,
we lose Brian. That means that's the gold medal for Kevin. Pretty sure, because Kevin was multiple moves ahead. And we lose Angelino as well.
But he is
the head wall.
The gold medal winner, isn't he, with that? And another World Championship title is added to his name.
I think Brian will not be happy with the unfortunate falling there before crossing over to the high point of Kevin, but let's wait for the official confirmation of score.
Yes, we will. I'm pretty sure, though, that Brian fell a bit earlier, so I think it should be the silver medal for him.
Yes, it's even third place for Brian.
Third place, a bronze medal for Brian. Gold for Kevin. Eduardo gets
Eduardo just made the plus for the move where Brian fell on. So, yeah, it was just impossible for him to turn in and just open the cross position where he was locking in. But nevertheless, strong performance.
Well, let's see the results here, shall we? As we, Kevin Bartek takes the win over Eduardo, and Brian Zazuela in third, with Sebastian coming in fourth in men's AU2. And then women's AL1 and everyone's AL1. Angelina Zella wins over Marcus Posendorfer-Matej in third, and Pavitra misses out on a medal, but only just, down in fourth with 37 plus.
So that was it for the climbing action today.
What a wonderful day. But Sebastian, we're going to do it all again tomorrow, aren't we, my friends?
Indeed. Looking forward to that.
I am too. Well, we will be back tomorrow with more paraclimbing action from the IFSC World Champs. Right now, it's time for the podiums to take place, and we'll leave you with that. And, of course, perhaps some interviews after that. But tonight, remember, the speed climbing takes place. The fastest women in the world will be competing for a World Championship title. So make sure you can join us then. Thank you so much to Sebastian and the rest of my co-commentators. Wonderful job as always. And we will see you very, very soon.
카메라 가리면 안 돼요. 어머머. 카메라 어딨어? 여기. 에그.
하나, 둘, 셋, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. 둘, 셋. 손은 괜찮아요? 좀 더 오른쪽으로 좀 더 붙일까요? 네, 이쪽. 좀 더 어둡다고요? 좀 더 붙일게요, 잠시만요.
A reminder to all of our athletes with podium finishes, we please ask that you stand by in the isolation zone in preparation for the award ceremony. Once again, we ask all of our athletes with podium finishes to please stand by in the isolation zone in preparation for the award ceremony. Thank you.
경기에서 시상식이 진행될 예정입니다. 우리
둘, 셋,
시상자들은 아이솔레이션으로 이동하셔야 되는데요. 혹시 관계자분들, 스태프분들 참고해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 수상하실 선수들을 아이솔레이션 존으로 준비시켜주시면
둘, 셋, 둘, 셋.
감사하겠습니다.
하나, 둘, 셋. 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 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘. 하나, 둘, 셋. 둘, 셋, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. 마이크 테스팅입니다. 하나, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. 마이크 테스팅입니다. 하나, 둘, 셋. 네.
Sorry, I'm so short. Hi, Matt.
Hello. They should tell us when we're on air, so if you kind of look in my direction, maybe just move it a little bit closer. There we go, that's the one.
It's just so bright.
Nice. Melissa, you are a world champion. What a performance that was. How are you feeling at the moment?
Thank you. I'm so excited. It's my first world championship gold. The route was fun. It was hard, and I think that had I had a little bit more leg power, I actually would have been a little better off. But it's okay. I had so much fun with it. It was such a fun route.
It is amazing to watch you, and you did seem to, as you say, have a lot of fun on there. Tell me about the route itself. Was it a tricky one, or more to your style?
It was partially my style, partially not. There were plenty of places where I was able to just rest and get a good hold. I even got to do my signature, one hand rest that I do all the time. So like that was fun. But then it got to a point where like I needed to get my feet on and be able to drive power through it, and I just have a hard time with that, which is why I fell.
And
so
of course,
here we are.
Oh, sorry. Looking ahead, of course, we've got another World Cup in a
Yeah,
couple
in the
of
fall,
weeks.
and-
This must give you a lot of confidence coming into that competition.
Oh, it sure does. I'm so excited. You know, at this point, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like I can do anything. So here we are.
Well, you certainly can do anything. You're a world champion here in Seoul. What a performance, and huge congratulations.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Thank you, Melissa. What amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Should I hold or? Should I hold the microphone? Should I hold? Yeah, of course.
Angelino, what a performance that was. As always, you started off at 100% power and speed. Did that route suit your style?
Yeah, of course, but a really interesting route with interesting moves. The last holes there were super crimpy, really small, but yeah, I'm super happy with the result, and yeah, I feel super strong in shape, and yeah, it's amazing.
You are looking super strong and in shape. I've got to ask you, at this stage, you've won everything there is to win. What keeps you motivated to keep on? Is it just like collecting more and more medals?
Yeah, I will push my limits up and give my best, and I love to climb. I love to climb, and that's what makes my motivation stay high, and yeah, I'm so happy.
And I might be wrong with it. Have you won medals at every single event so far this year?
Good question.
I think you have.
Yeah, and I think, yeah.
Yeah, so you could clean sweep the entire season and the World Champs, which would be pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, super cool.
Wow, well look, huge congratulations to you. I know it means a lot to you, and thank you for putting on such a wonderful performance as always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Angelino. See you later.
isolation in preparation of the award ceremony. Once again, for any athletes that have finished in podium placements, if you have not made your way, please make your way to isolation in preparation for the award ceremony. Thank you.
네, 시상식 진행을 위해서 수상하는 선수들은 아이솔레이션 존으로 이동을 해야 합니다. 들으시는 관계자분들 계시면 우리 선수들이 아이솔레이션 존으로 이동하여 시상식을 준비할 수 있도록 도와주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the award ceremony for the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025.
네, 여러분, 지금부터 2025 IFSC 서울 클라이밍 그리고 파라클라이밍 세계선수권 대회의 세레모니를 시작하겠습니다.
The medals today will be presented by the IFSC President Marco Scolaris.
네, 시상은 IFSC 회장님 마르코 스플라르스가 진행해 주시겠습니다.
And will be accompanied by the KAF President Joajin Jo.
그리고 KAF의 회장 조좌진 회장님께서 수고해 주시겠습니다.
Introducing our first category, it will be the RP1 women's category. Bronze medalist representing the USA, Hannah Zhu.
네, 3위는 미국의 하나주크 선수에게 돌아갔습니다.
Once again, a big round of applause for our bronze medalist. Next, our silver medalist representing the Netherlands, Eva Mol.
네, 은메달은 네덜란드의 에바 몰 선수에게 돌아갑니다.
Please send your applause for our silver medalist. And our gold medalist and winner of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025 RP1 women's category, representing the USA, Melissa Ruiz.
금메달 IFSC 세계선수권대회 우승자 미국의 멜리사 루이즈입니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of the USA.
네, 여러분. 미국의 국가 연주가 있겠습니다. 선수단 방향 관람객 방향 가능하신 분들은 일어서 주시기 바랍니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, we congratulate once again all of the medalists of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships Seoul 2025 RP1 Women's Category.
네, 여러분 세계 선수권 대회 멋진 경기를 펼쳐준 우리 메달리스트들에게 큰 환호와 박수 부탁드립니다.
Shortly, we will commence the next award ceremony for the following category. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now continue the award ceremony for the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships Seoul 2025 RP1 Men's Category.
네, 이어서 RP1 카테고리의 시상식을 진행하겠습니다.
The medals today will be presented by Pierre Yu, the IFSC Vice President of Paraclimbing.
네, 메달 시상자 소개해드립니다. 피에르 유, IFSC의 부회장입니다.
And will be accompanied by Son Soo Hwang, the KAF Vice President.
네, 시상품 시상자 소개해드립니다. 대한산악연맹 부회장 황선수님입니다.
Introducing our bronze medalists in the RP1 men's category, representing Norway, Kim Rishaug.
동메달 노르웨이의 김 리셔그.
Next, our silver medalist, representing Germany, Corbinian Frank.
은메달 독일의 코르비니안 프랭크.
And our gold medalist and winner of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships Seoul 2025 RP1 men's category, representing France, AL1 and
금메달 IFSC 세계 선수권 대회 우승자 프랑스의 알로이스 포티에.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of France.
네, 프랑스의 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
Congratulations once again to all of the medalists of the RP1 men's category at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships Seoul 2025.
네, 여러분 계속해서 세계선수권대회 멋진 경기를 펼쳐준 메달리스트들에게 큰 환호와 박수 부탁드립니다.
Please send another big round of applause to our medalists of the RP1 men's category. We will now continue shortly with the next category's awards ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the award ceremony for the RP2 men's category at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025.
네, IFSC 파라클라이밍 RP2 남자 카테고리의 시상식을 진행하겠습니다.
First, the bronze medalist representing Germany, Philipp Prozek.
동메달 독일의 필립 프로젝트.
Silver medalist representing India, Manikandan Kumar.
은메달 인도의 마니칸단 쿠안.
The gold medalist and winner of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025 RP2 men's category, representing the USA, Braden Butler.
금메달 IFSC 세계선수권대회 우승자 미국의 브레이든 버틀러.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if you are able to and turn your attention to the center of the stage for the national anthem of the USA. For all of our athletes, you may turn to your right for the national anthem.
미국의 국가 현주가 있겠습니다.
Congratulations once again to all of the medalists of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships Seoul 2025 RP2 Men's Category.
네, 여러분, 세계선수권 대회에서 또 멋진 경기를 펼쳐준 메달리스트들에게 환호와 박수 부탁드립니다.
Please send another big round of applause to our medalists. We will commence the awards ceremony for the B1 women's category shortly.
네, 여자 B1 종목 시상식이 곧 이어지겠습니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awards ceremony for the B1 women's category of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025.
네, 지금부터 IFSC 패러클라이밍 여자 B1 종목 시상식을 시작합니다.
The bronze medalist representing Slovenia, Tanja Glusic.
동메달 슬로베니아의 타냐 글루시.
Our silver medalist representing Italy, Nadia Bredice.
네, 은메달 이탈리아의 나디아 브레디체.
And introducing your gold medalist and winner of the women's B1 category at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025, representing Japan, Hiromi Aoki.
금메달 IFSC 세계 선수권 대회 우승자 일본의 아오키 히로미.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if you are able to and turn your attention to the center of the stage for the national anthem of Japan.
일본의 국가 연주가 이어지겠습니다.
Congratulations to all of our medalists at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships Seoul 2025.
오늘 훌륭한 경기를 펼쳐준 우리 선수에게 감사한 마음을 전합니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, please send a warm round of applause to our medalists of the B1 women's category. We will now commence the award ceremony for the B1 men's category shortly.
네, 잠시 후 B1 남자 종목의 시상식이 이어집니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the award ceremony for the men's B1 category of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025.
IFSC 파라클라이밍 세계선수권 대회 남자 B1 종목 시상식 시작합니다.
Bronze medalist representing France, Nicolas Monod.
동메달 프랑스의 니콜라스 마누.
Silver medalist representing Spain, Francisco Javier Aguilar Amodo.
은메달 스페인의 프란시스코 하비에라 아길라 아모에도.
Introducing your gold medalist and winner of the men's B1 category at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025. Representing Japan, Sho Aita.
금메달 IFSC 세계선수권대회 우승자 일본의 아이타 쇼.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if you are able to and turn your attention to the center of the stage for the national anthem of Japan.
네, 일본의 국가 연주가 이어지겠습니다.
Congratulations once again to all of our medalists of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025.
네, 다시 한번 축하드립니다. 여러분 큰 박수와 환호 부탁드립니다.
Please send your warmest regards and applause to the stage for our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the award ceremony for the women's B2 category at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025.
네, 여러분 지금부터 IFSC 파라클라이밍 여자 B2 종목 시상식을 시작합니다.
Bronze medalist representing Germany, Luisa Grube.
동메달 독일의 루이자 그레이베.
Silver medalist representing Austria, Linda Lebon.
은메달 오스트리아의 린다 르본.
Introducing your gold medalist and winner of the IFSC World Championship Seoul 2025, representing the USA, Zenaida Biandara.
금메달 IFSC 세계 선수권대회 우승자 미국의 베네다 비엔다라.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if you are able to and turn your attention to the center of the stage for the national anthem of the USA.
미국의 국가 연주가 이어지겠습니다.
Congratulations once again to all of our medalists at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships.
네, 오늘 멋진 경기를 펼쳐준 우리 메달리스트들에게 다시 한번 박수 부탁드립니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, please send another big round of applause for our medalists here at the IFSC World Championships. Next, welcome to the award ceremony for the men's B2 category.
네, 세계선수권 남자 B2 패러클라이머들의 시상식이 이어집니다.
Bronze medalist representing Japan, Fumiya Hamanoe.
동메달 일본의 하마누 푸미야.
Silver medalist representing Japan, Motohiro Ejiri.
은메달 일본의 에지리 모토히로.
And introducing your gold medalist and winner of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships Seoul 2025, representing Romania, Razvan Nedu.
금메달 IFSC 세계선수권대회 우승자 루마니아의 네두 라즈반.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if you are able to and turn your attention to the center of the stage for the national anthem of Romania.
루마니아의 국가 연주가 이어집니다.
Congratulations once again to all of the medalists at the ISFC Paraclimbing World Championships Seoul 2025.
네, 멋진 경기와 함께 좋은 결과를 거머쥔 우리 메달리스트들에게 다시 한번 축하 보내드립니다.
Please send a big round of applause to our medalists. Next, we present the award ceremony for the women's B3 category.
네, 계속해서 여자 B3 종목 시상식 진행하겠습니다.
Bronze medalist, representing France, Elsa Boutel-Menard.
동메달 프랑스의 엘사 부텔 메나르.
Silver medalist, representing the USA, Phoebe Barkin.
은메달 미국의 피비 발칸.
Introducing your gold medalist and winner of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025, representing the USA, Lynn Poston.
금메달 IFSC 세계 선수권 대회 우승자 미국의 린 포스턴.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if you are able to and turn your attention to the center of the stage for the national anthem of the USA.
미국의 국가 연주가 이어지겠습니다.
Congratulations once again to all of our medalists in the women's BP category at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025.
네, 오늘 수상하신 모든 분들에게 다시 한번 축하드립니다.
Next, we present the award ceremony for the men's B3 category.
네, 이어서 파라클라이밍 세계선수권 대회 남자 B3 종목 시상식을 진행하겠습니다.
Bronze medalist, representing Romania, Daniel Bebe Vasilica Andre.
동메달 루마니아의 다니엘 베레 바실리카 안드레.
silver medalist, representing Japan, Kazuhiro Minowada.
은메달 일본의 미노와다 카즈히로.
And gold medalist and winner of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025, representing Romania, Cosmin Florin Candoy.
금메달 IFSC 세계 선수권 대회 우승자 루마니아의 플로린 코스민 칸도이.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of Romania.
루마니아의 국가 연주가 이어집니다.
Congratulations once again to all of our medalists here at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships.
뜨거운 열정을 보여준 수상자들에게 무한한 영광을 돌립니다.
Please send another big round of applause for our medalists. Next, we present the award ceremony for the men's AU2 category.
계속해서 남자 AU2 종목 시상식이 이어집니다.
Bronze medalist, representing the USA, Brian Zarzuela.
동메달 미국의 브라이언 자르주엘라.
Silver medalist, representing Brazil, Eduardo Miguel Chaus.
은메달 브라질의 에두아르도 미구엘 샤하스.
gold medalist and winner of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025, representing Germany, Kevin Barka.
금메달 IFSC 세계 선수권 대회 우승자 독일의 케빈 바르크.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if you are able to and turn your attention to the center of the stage for the national anthem of Germany.
독일의 국가 연주가 이어집니다.
Congratulations to our medalists of the men's AU2 category here at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships.
훌륭한 경기를 선보인 우리 선수들에게 다시 한번 감사드립니다.
Next, we present to you the award ceremony for the AL1 category.
네, IFSC 파라클라이밍 세계 선수권 대회 마지막 시상식입니다. AL1 종목 시상식을 시작합니다.
Bronze medalist representing Slovenia, Matej R.
동메달 슬로베니아의 마테이 마르.
Silver medalist representing Austria, Markus Husendorfer.
은메달 오스트리아의 마르커스 포센도르퍼.
And introducing your gold medalist and winner of the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championship Seoul 2025, representing Austria, Angelino Zeller.
금메달 IFSC 세계 선수권 대회 우승자 오스트리아의 안젤리노 젤러.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if you are able to and turn your attention to the center of the stage for the national anthem of Austria.
오스트리아의 국가 연주가 이어집니다.
Congratulations once again to all of our medalists at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships.
네, 오늘 수상하신 모든 분들에게 다시 한번 축하드립니다.
As the legendary mountaineer Reinhold Messner shared with us earlier today, sports climbing opens up so many opportunities for para-athletes as well. This is something that would be impossible in traditional mountaineering. And we thank all of our athletes and congratulate all of our medalists once again today at the IFSC Paraclimbing World Championships Seoul 2025.
네, 오늘 전설적인 산악인 라인홀트 메스너가 다녀갔는데요. 우리 선수들을 응원하기 위해서 자리해 주셨습니다. 이런 메시지를 전해주고 가셨습니다. 스포츠 클라이밍은 장애인 선수들에게 좋은 기회고 많은 가능성을 줍니다. 이런 대회도 펼칠 수 있습니다. 전통적인 등반에서는 불가능한 것이죠. 큰 차이입니다. 라고 응원의 메시지를 전해주셨습니다. 감사합니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our award ceremony for today, but we will return shortly in the evening or later in the evening for the finals of the